Okay. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. God bless you. Thank you for joining me. I hope you can all hear me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I see that my guest is even here. Thank you for joining me. And I hope you all can hear me. Oh. I hope you can hear me. I hope my network is, my speakers are good. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Let me test my speaker. Want to go. And I would say good afternoon to those that are in the US, and to those in Nigeria, good evening. God bless you. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful session today. Okay, yeah. Thank God. I'm testing my
I would say
stuff
good
here.
afternoon to those that are.
Okay. So hi, God bless you. Thank you so much. Those on TikTok, God bless you. Thank you so much for joining. Emily, thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you for joining. Those that are joining from Instagram, thank you so much for being here with me. Those on Facebook, thank you so much. Please share on Facebook. God bless you. So we have a very important topic today. We started this topic 2 weeks ago, which is finding the Proverbs 31 woman. And it was indeed a very beautiful session, actually. I didn't have time to say all I wanted to say because some people here came and kind of a little bit distracting with the things they were saying, which I had to tackle. But thank God we are here today again. We have another session. The last time I presented a topic that is similar to this topic, which is the virtuous woman. I actually had that topic discussed with a very renowned bishop and woman of God with one of the biggest churches in Abuja. Her name is Bishop Kate Cowers. So she was here with me on live. Officially, God bless you. And we discussed the virtuous woman. And Bishop Kate is a relationship expert, and she's into marriage building and everything. And thank you so much, Unbreakable. God bless you. And she told us a little bit about what the virtuous woman really means. Officially, called me today and said the first time she really knew, and that a lot of people really found out what the virtuous woman really meant, was when we had that topic discussed, and she felt blessed. I've said, you see, so there are a lot of misconceptions about who the virtuous woman is. And today, there's been this ongoing thing, and I decided to say, okay, you know what, we're going to talk about finding the Proverbs 31 woman. So you see, the men, you hear, it is your, I don't know how to say it. If you understand, finding, you have to find. You have to be prepared to find. So I hope you understand the topic. And last 2 weeks, I came online and we had this topic discussed. Actually, I accepted some people, and a woman of God also joined me. And everybody was like, feminist, this, that. And I said, okay, because I want things to be balanced, I am going to invite a man this time, a male gender, and we are going to talk about this topic together. Now, he's well known, he's renowned, he's a comedian. As a matter of fact, sometimes I sleep on his page. You won't really see my comments in places like that. Just a very few places would you see my comments. And sometimes people get me laugh so hard, I just don't know. I have to just react. And he's one of them. I'm blessed to have him join me. When I reached out to him, I said, you know what, I'd like to discuss this topic with you. I said, yes, man, no problem. Let's discuss it. I said, God bless you so much. So you see, we have a very renowned person. We have somebody who is well intellectual, who is very intelligent. I'm going to be bringing him very soon. But before I do that, I want us to please pray. Actually, his name is Mr. Kingsley Ogbonna. He is known on Instagram as Dogtail_Kingsley. So you look him up because he's going to be coming here today. And whatever he says, we're going to learn from it. 1 minute and let's pray. Father Lord, we just want to thank you for this session. We know that it's going to be highly educative in the mighty name of Jesus. We ask that you use every guest here to speak to our hearts, to know what it truly means to be a virtuous woman. For the women, that we can realize who we truly are, that we are virtuous, and you've embedded something in us that makes us a rare gem in the mighty name of Jesus. And to the men, oh Lord, that you direct their paths to the right woman in their life in the mighty name of Jesus. And that those that are having difficulties in their marriages, Lord, that you put in the lives of their wives that thing that makes them virtuous, that they would receive peace and have a happy home in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you, Father, for this session. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. 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 So, my guest, please, if you want to add me, you can add me so we can kickstart the session. I'd like to have the discussion with you. I'm already seeing you on the comment, on that you've joined me live. So please add me and let's talk about the session. So finding the Proverbs 31 woman, we started last 2 weeks, and there were a lot of controversies actually with what some people said. I have You're not my guest. Please don't add me right now. I just need my guest to come. Let's talk about this topic a little bit before we get people to join us, so that you people don't confuse me and confuse my guests. Hi, God bless you.
Good
Hi.
afternoon. Good evening, ma. Good evening.
Thank you so much, Sir Kingsley. I'm
Yeah.
so honored to have you here with me and to have you on this session with me. And I'm so
Oh, same
happy
here,
that
man.
you're a man, so that I don't know. I don't know. I'm already laughing because I know the kind of people that we have. But I'm happy that you're here. I'm so blessed to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma.
Um,
You're welcome.
for being here. Thank you. You're truly loved, and thanks for everything.
You're
I know
welcome,
last week
ma. Yeah.
something came up and I reached out to you, just the day before the event, that hey, we're going to cancel it. And thank you for being gentle,
You're,
and for
you're welcome,
you
ma.
making
No
out time out
problem.
of your busy. I see everything you do,
You're welcome, ma. Thank
still
you, ma.
seeing the work of God honorable enough to make time again
Yeah.
today to come and
Yeah.
join us. I'm already seeing some very beautiful people. Cleo, the great, God bless you, my daughter. Please, today be gentle. God bless you. I've seen Agent Ben. Ben, I love you, right? So last week or last 2 weeks, I shouted, but from my heart, I love you. Thank you so much. I'm seeing my in-laws. Anyway, all of you, welcome, welcome. Let's start today's topic, finding the Proverbs 31 woman. Before I give my guest the floor and we go into some deep discussion, I want you to understand that as a man, you have a role. When you go into hunting for rare gems, you have to go prepared. You have to go prepared. You have to know what you need to go with you, how to find this rare gem. The reason why a lot of men come out here to actually shout, we have the wrong woman, this, that, we have the no, I'm laughing. Okay. Go sit down, go sit down. I'm a model before anything, so you guys should all know. So the reason why a lot of people are shouting, "Oh, we have the wrong woman and everything," is because they didn't go hunting. You know, they didn't go hunting for the right woman prepared. They just thank you. Jason is here. Please come and take him away. All right. So the reason why a lot of people, I'm sorry, that's what it is. I have to be as natural as it is. My son just came in and everything. So the reason why a lot of us have these issues with, the women in our lives is because we didn't go hunting for the right gem. Sometimes we're not even prepared ourselves.
Sorry, ma. Can I ask a question?
Yes, you can.
I don't know. It's been a while I went live on Instagram because I normally do TikTok only.
Okay.
So I don't know if there is something I'm supposed to activate so that my people will know that I'm live with you. Because I can't, people can't see me like being on your live.
Oh,
Yes.
you know.
And I used my other account to check now. I can't find my account
Oh,
being online.
oh yes, yes. You're not. Yes, yes. Actually, I am just checking right now. We can't find your life.
Yeah.
Uh, knowledge center. Uh,
And
I don't know if you
I
have.
don't know if there's something I'm supposed to press or activate. I don't know. Or
Uh,
maybe it's my
okay,
settings or something.
okay.
I
You know
don't know.
what? Go. Okay, um, just remove yourself from the live. Let me see if I can go live with you.
Oh,
Let me
okay,
see if it's
okay.
an option or something that I can do to go.
Can you remove me? I don't even know how to remove myself. It's been a while I went live on this app. Okay, okay, I've seen
Okay,
it.
okay. All right. So he is, he said he's not invited to join. Let me see. I just sent an invitation. We're all learning how to use this app. Sincerely, I don't even know as much as a lot of you know. Before now, I don't have time like that. So, okay. Kingsley joined. I'm not, okay, hold on. It's not still showing that you're live. Well,
I
you
think there's
can,
something I'm supposed to activate. Let me just give me like 5 minutes. Let me sort it out and come back.
okay, all right. Right. Okay.
I believe there's something I'm supposed to activate. Yeah.
Okay, and you can also share, maybe sharing your story. I don't know. Yes, he's trying to have his people, know that he's live with me. He said it's not showing live from his end. To answer Doris Wuche one, thank you. The today's topic is the issue is with IG. Okay, Nolly Central said the issue is with IG, not him. IG is just giving us a lot of updates, and their update is not even moving us forward. I don't know, for some reasons. Um, today's topic is finding the Proverbs 31 woman. Finding the Proverbs 31 woman. This woman, everything about her is the woman with a noble character. Agent Ben, God bless you. Thank you. So, yes, I want us to understand from where we started, what I was saying before my guest, Mr. Kingsley, said he wants to try to reset his stuff to see if his own followers can see him on live. That before you go into hunting, you have to go prepared yourself. And the reason why some of us think we have the wrong people in our lives is because we ourselves, we are not even well prepared. We didn't go hunting for the right gem. We just probably ourselves are not even the right. Sometimes you can even have the right gem, but you are not the right person for that gem. And when okay, I know of people who would wear gold or some diamonds, and you will not even recognize it because of how unkept they made it look. When you lose that diamond to somebody else that knows how to care for a diamond, you would have a beautiful rare piece that people would go by, would understand and see that, oh wow, she has or he has a beautiful gem by himself. So the Proverbs 31 woman indirectly has to also deal with a noble man. That's what I want you guys to understand. Remember that in the Bible, before we got to verse 10, I think, when she started talking about the Proverbs 31 woman, she already had, the said woman had told her son, the king, how to be a gentleman fit for a virtuous woman. If you want a virtuous woman in your life and you want to enjoy the benefit that you are, because I know men, there's this thing about life that I have found out, that people want the other person to do what is right and they forget about doing what is right themselves. So if you want a Proverbs 31 woman, or trying to say, this topic is finding her. Finding her, I'm directly talking about the men today. You also have a job to do. Getting prepared, polishing yourself, ready for one. So that when you finally meet her, you don't make her look like a common stone. You have to make her look like a gem. And like I said, the mother of this woman had already told the king. She said, you can't even drink if you're a king. Drinking is not for kings. It's for people who are sober, who are broken. This is what you have to do. This is what you have to do to think right. But nobody reads verses 1 to 10. They just go to, 1 to 9, they go to verse 10 and start telling us what is expected of the woman. What is expected of the man is what I'm asking today, because you are the one who finds a wife. The Bible says that he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtain favor. The wife is the one that comes with favor. I don't want us to go back to Genesis, because some of you would argue when favor was removed from the man and he was given labor instead. The opposite of labor is favor. So grace was removed favor was removed, and labor was given to the man. And that is why you find out that sometimes when a man gets married to the right woman, he flourishes. If you want to doubt it, go and ask Davido. He has said it, that anytime that Choma is happy with him, he flourishes. That is his rare gem. That is a virtuous woman to him. You understand? I have heard, what is this billionaire's name? Obi Kubana. Obi Kubana said in one of his interviews that when he got his wife, or when he, got married to his wife, that is when he blossomed and he became 50 times, 100 times, and 1,000 times richer than where he was when he got married to her. There was a round table dinner thing. They were talking his level. Okay, let me invite you. His level before okay, his level before he got married. Somebody commented that it's not you, it's the Instagram whole future right now. So it may not
Oh,
necessarily be you. Yes. They
oh,
said it
really?
happens now with the Instagram. Yes. Instagram is just, this new updates is doing. But maybe I think you can share to your story or something like that, and maybe some of your people can see that you're live.
All right, all right. Let
Yeah.
me just
When we
share that.
post the videos, yes. So,
Because
um,
I just went live for like 30 seconds now. Then it was notifying people. I was like, what's the problem?
you see, I don't know why. I don't know why. It's really funny. So, okay. Request to join, invite. I don't even see the future where it says go live with this person. That's the funny thing. You used to say like go live with somebody, all this kind of thing like that, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Okay, I think maybe I should. Okay. I think maybe I should go live and then you invite me. I think that's the future
When you're
because
live,
that's what I do on TikTok.
okay.
Yeah,
Maybe try.
let's try that.
Okay.
Let's try that. Okay.
All right, no problem. Thank you for really trying to, he's such a gentle, nice, good man. Um, and Obi Gubana said that, when he met his wife, his wealth tripled. That is what happens when you meet a rare gem. You have to prepare meeting her. So today I'm asking some of you, have you polished yourself enough to meet a virtuous woman? And some of you, you're married to very good women, but you've rough handled them and they now look like just an ordinary stone, and you're complaining, she's not a virtuous woman. Polish her and you will see virtuousness out of that woman. If you don't take care of a precious stone, look, I had a diamond. I have a diamond, and this diamond is a lifetime maintenance diamond. All I need to do, if I feel like it's fading, if I feel like I don't like the stones, the glitters, I just have to walk to Jared, give it to them, go sit down, take a coffee, and they put it and polish it and give it back to me. And guess what happens? The insurance on the diamond, okay? If a stone is missing from that diamond, if a stone is missing from my diamond, they would replace it for free. If a small stone is missing, it has a certificate and everything. A stone is missing, they will replace it. There is always something missing. Sometimes something is just missing from that rare gem. It doesn't stop it from being virtuous. It doesn't stop it from being a diamond. It's just a piece. What you need to do is to replace it. I don't know why. Maybe this is Rema, and I'm just saying this because I see a lot of men complain about the women in their life, complain about their wife. And maybe what you just need to do is to clean it up. There's just something little. It doesn't stop it from being a diamond. It doesn't stop it from being a ruby. It's just you taking time to polish it. It's just you. I don't think I see him again here. What you just need to do is you using your God-given gifts to,
Hello, ma.
yes.
I don't see any option like that
Okay.
here.
Don't mind them. It's okay. Let's just flow. It's well. Don't worry.
All right,
You
man.
just share it. It's okay. I think it's a future with them. Later they'll rectify
All
it.
right. It's sad that my people cannot join then because they will not see
I know.
that I'm live. I know.
I'm even more angrier because I know, you have a lot of followership, so they would have seen that's real life, and a lot of them will join and benefit from this
Yeah.
session. Amen. Nevertheless, it's a service of responsibility. Listen, share, some will be impacted today. Amen. I have men that are now changing. Jesus, you do this one. No, never been married, never been mad. God will bless you. What about those ladies that married treated bad, but they are just trouble? What is this Rwanda guy doing here, Mama? Oh, is it Rwanda? Okay. Yeah. So sometimes who you have with you is not short of a rare gem. She's a virtuous woman, just like no one is perfect. You just need to service it a little. Every woman in your life needs servicing. Now, I'm not saying that the men don't need servicing, but today we're talking about finding the virtuous woman. I'm trying to let us know that I'm just at the middle of this whole thing. And I would not be biased, but I'm just trying to tell you, sometimes we complain because we miss it. We miss it a little bit, you know. So take the woman to the store and polish it. If there's something missing, he's a Nigerian, oh. You people have started, even if he's from Rwanda, you people should leave my guest alone. Bad behavior. Sometimes I'm seeing some of you. I am seeing some of you bad behaviors. I'm seeing some of you. Just listen and learn. Listen and learn. Leave where my guest is from. So do what you have to do, and you enjoy your relationship. You enjoy your marriage. When you keep something badly, when you treat something badly, okay, it becomes less valuable. It looks bad itself. And that's why we have a lot of complaints. So, men, I'm trying to tell us there's a lot that we should do. And last week, I also went ahead and I told the women, I said, look, I know you're trying to do everything to be a virtuous woman, but the definition of what we have a virtuous woman seems to be a very rich woman. You might not be there yet. They told us about a woman with her houses and barns, and imagine a sheep comes and offload before you. That's not a small woman. They say she's dressed with scarlet, even during the cold period. She dresses her whole household on scarlet. If you go and read about scarlet those days, you understand that scarlet was not just any material. It was one of the best materials meant for royalists, for rich people, and for elites then. So we are talking about a woman that was resourceful, industrious, and was rich. If you cannot afford any of those things, I told us the things that we just look up to and we say, oh, she's truly good. What is the number one thing? Kindness. Do you carry kindness in your heart? Are you the kind of woman that when you stand by this thing and say no, that no is no? Nobody, no, even heaven and earth cannot move you. No, that is not virtuousness means. Especially when it has to do with a man whom you are meant to be under. No matter, I told somebody that the woman, if you don't want to get married as a woman, you can be your own river. You know what it means? You do your own thing you want to do. Nobody can tell you how to go and how to, move the waves, and you control yourself. You are your own river. But when you get married to a man and you accept that man that came to say, be my wife, you are what? His wife. You become a fish in his river. You are not more an entity of yourself. You are one for him. So, yes, we have the biggest fish in the river. Yes, you can swim to anywhere. You are a fish in the river. You can, a fish does not have restriction. You can be a shark. You can go to any territory. That is say, but you cannot outgrow or get bigger than your river. Because without the river, you begin to, you begin to die. Okay? So as a woman, when you get married, you become the fish in the man's river. But when you're not married, you're single, before married, or you are your own river. You can do anything. What am I telling us here as a virtuous woman? Because the Bible told us about a woman who is extremely rich and resourceful. But never did the Bible mention how she disrespected her husband. Instead, every industrious every resource she has was used to better her family, her home, that even the poor, her nanny, her servants, everybody benefited. And it also placed the man in a place of value before his friends. Even from the gates, you could identify him. Okay? So I'm trying to, I'm talking about the money, I'm talking about the woman, because I don't want the woman to say, you see, no. Today is for all of us to do better. So kindness, you have to be kind as a virtuous woman. If you want to be the kind of woman that the Proverbs 31 describes, then you have to be kind. Then the next thing is respect. You need to make sure you respect the man. It's just all we have said. I said it last 2 weeks. No matter how big you are as a woman, there's one thing that must be a virtue you carry, and that is respect. Anybody, any woman, see, if you are a disrespectful person, you turn me off. And imagine if I am a woman and I see another woman who is very disrespectful and she turns me off. Just take a look. Just imagine how much she turns her man off. If she can, you as a woman don't even want to have anything to do with her. So if you see a disrespectful woman and you feel like I don't want to have anything to do with her, imagine what her man thinks. And that is why I tell people, look, a man can go for sex before marriage, but in marriage he finds value. That value is the virtuousness in you as a woman.
Yeah.
And that value does not come in your shape. BBL, liposuction, or however beautiful, or your height. It comes in what can you offer? What can you offer as a woman? It is the value. It must not be money. Sometimes a man goes for, she can offer me peace of mind. She's respectful. She's a kind woman. Those are the values sometimes that some of these men look at. Another one is submission. I told us that men love submission. No matter how big you are, you have to be submissive to the man, to your husband. Submission is also like, it's kind of respect in its way, but it goes beyond respect. It's a little bit like an order or something. When the man says, okay, this is it, sometimes you might be right, but at that time you just submit to his leadership. Later you can bring the I am right, but at that time, men don't like to be contended with, and that's one thing you should understand. The Bible says we're created in his image and likeness. Imagine God does not like you to contend with him. Remember, so we are like him. We are like God. The next thing I said, support. I said, no matter what you have, the virtuous woman supported her husband, which is what I've told us in every way, and that is what we should be as women. And then the next one is wisdom. As a woman, in short, as a man and as a woman, if you don't have wisdom, I don't know. Submission is just recognizing higher power. Okay. As a man, if you don't have wisdom, and as a woman, if you don't have wisdom, I don't know what else. I think that's why the Bible said what is the primary thing. Get it first. Knowledge, get wisdom. Not that getting, get understanding. Sometimes to cope with somebody is wisdom. There are some people that are very flexible, but we don't just know because we don't even have the wisdom on how to follow them. You understand? And that is why when it got to Solomon's time, when he made sacrifices to God and God was overjoyed and said, ask me anything, let me do. He just asked for wisdom because he didn't want to make the mistakes his father made. His dad fought unnecessary battles. All the days of his life, David was fighting battles. To the point that he even fought battle with his own family and his own children. That's not wisdom, So he may have been rich. He may have loved God. He's the man after my heart, yes. But there's one thing, and that is wisdom. Okay, because his family was all scattered. A son raping daughter. Absalom's son killing the brother. Coming after his throne. Pursuing him from his own palace. In short, he didn't even have his own wisdom. He had a wise man that told him everything to do. And the day that wise man left him to join his son's camp, he began to sink. You know what I mean? He began to make a lot of mistakes. So wisdom is a primary thing. Let us get it. Okay? In order getting, let us also get understanding. I would also continue from some part because I said I have a lot of things we have to talk about, but I'd like to give my guest the floor to also talk and just to ask him this topic. I think, can you hear me, Mr. Kingsley, right?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Okay, please tell us who the Proverbs 31 woman is from the man's perspective. I know why I said from the man's perspective, because from our perspective, we look at them as women, okay, but the man have a way they think. And I've had people who commented sometimes, I said, are you a man? How do you know how we think? Okay, so please tell us.
Okay. First of all, I want to appreciate you for inviting me to this wonderful live stream. I'm really honored to be here, and I'm happy to talk to you and everybody.
Thank you.
Good evening to everybody that is watching. My name is Kingsley Ogbonna. You must have known me as Dr. Kingsley. Okay. Back to your question. Who is the proverb that's one woman according to the man, right?
Yes,
I
from the
saw
man.
somebody is dropping comments in the comments. Somebody said the man must earn the submission. Oh. You see, according to the Bible said, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is above rubies. Now, a virtuous woman is not when because some people misunderstand this verse of the Bible, so they think maybe the Bible is talking about higher money. You know, when they say her price is above rubies, it means a diamond can buy her. You understand? A virtuous woman cannot be bought. No amount of money can buy a virtuous woman, and that's what make her because she's priceless. A virtuous woman is priceless. So what does a man need to do to earn your respect? What does he have to give you? Is it money that will earn your respect? So a virtuous woman is a woman who is already, 100% built. You have to be already made 100% for yourself as a woman.
Good.
You are already respectful. You don't need to wait until you meet a man before you become respectful.
Okay.
You are already submissive. You don't need to wait until you meet a man before you start learning how to be submissive to your husband.
Or
You
before you
should know
end it.
what submission is already. You should not be waiting until when you meet a man, then he now has to earn your submission. He has to give you money, he has to buy you a car, he must do your shopping for you, he must do everything that you feel like the man of your dream is supposed to do before you give him respect. That is not the virtuous woman that the Bible is talking about. So a virtuous woman is a woman who is respectful, even when it is not needed. Like even when you don't feel like, because some women they have respect, but once they don't feel like it, that respect they will throw it out the window.
Why you
You understand? They will say,
this talk is funny. When they don't feel like it.
when they don't feel like no. When you
Power
get them,
statement.
some women are respectful only when they are happy.
Hmm.
You understand? Some women are respectful only when they are happy. Some women, if you meet them when they are angry, maybe you meet them when they are happy on Sunday morning, then on Monday night you now meet them and they are sad and they are not happy at that moment. You will be wondering if it's the same person that you met on Sunday. You understand? So some women only give that submission and respect when they are happy. But that's not what the Bible is talking about. The Bible is talking about you as a virtuous woman, whether you are happy, whether you are sad. It's just like obeying God. You cannot say you will not obey God because you are not happy or because you are sad at that moment. Then you have to start abusing God or disrespecting God. It's not possible now. So the virtuous woman Bible is talking about is a woman that does what she's supposed to do, whether she's happy or she's sad. She respects her husband. She cooks. She supports her husband in every way possible. That's the kind of woman that the Bible is talking about. For instance, most women that we have in this our generation, there are some things that I see some women say sometimes. I want to run mad. I'll start thinking, I will just be thanking God that I'm married. You understand? Because the kind of women that we are seeing in this generation, it scares me. And each day I pray for my son. I say, God, wait till my picking go marry. you know, I saw a video of a woman saying that if her husband does not cook for her, she will leave the house. When I saw that video, I was like, wow, God, I beg you. you know.
Just you
I
saw
was
it on my page. Don't say I
I
saw
saw
a
it on your
video.
page. I saw it on your
Watch
page.
out.
If her husband did not cook for her, she will pack out, she will do this, she will do that. I was like, eh? God, I beg you. You know, I'm not saying it's bad for a man to cook for a woman, no. All right, but then you don't have, it's not a law. There is not a law. You now make the law by yourself and say, if my husband does not cook for me, I'm going to leave the marriage. You understand?
But it's a
So
law for a woman
I
not to
really
cook for a man, right?
Yeah, it's right. For I know how to cook. Let me use myself as for example. I know how to cook very, very well because I'm an only son and I grew up among women, so I know how to cook very well. My mother taught me. My dad taught me. My dad also know how to cook. Yeah, so cooking is not a problem for me. But then my wife's well, after I got married, my wife insists on cooking for me most of the time because I'm always busy. You get so I can't maybe I went to a location. I'm coming back late. She can't be waiting for me to come back from location and come and start cooking now. You understand? But sometimes, like when my wife is sick, when she can or she's pregnant, she's getting to her due date, and then I have to help her and do one or two. I can cook for her. You understand? So, but it's not a law. There is no you cannot put it as a woman and you say it out there that if I don't cook for you, you will leave the
But
house.
can a man say that if the wife does not cook, he can leave the house? That's what I'm trying to get to. You know, we're talking about finding the virtuous woman, and let's be truthful.
So
Is
if
it
a
a
man can
law?
say that,
Is it a law? Yes. Is it a law for a woman to cook for a man?
a man can only say that when he doesn't know what he wants. Because as a man, if you know you cannot cook, and you know that you cannot live with a woman that cannot cook for you, why are you going to marry a woman that cannot cook for you in the first place? So
So
if
a
you are
woman
married to
must know how to cook, and a woman must cook for the man.
yes,
In the part
if
of
you're a
the
man
woman
and
is
you
a must, but the man is not.
yeah, it's a
Because
must
a
to
woman can marry a man that don't cook and never even cook.
yes,
So it's not a
yes,
criteria
yes,
for a woman,
yeah.
but for the man is a criteria.
Is a criteria. Of course, it's a criteria. How will you train your children if your woman does not know how to cook? You understand? And that is why I say if a man is even saying that he doesn't know what he wants as a man, how can he be saying my wife must know how to cook? Before uncle, if your wife doesn't know how to cook, how will you train? What will your wife be teaching your children? Who will teach your children how to cook? In the first, you understand me now? Because if you are the provider, except maybe you know how to cook, and then you want to marry a woman that will be a provider, while you will be the one that will be taking care of the children, and you'll be the one to teach the children how to cook, then it's a different bargain.
So
But
a virtuous
if
woman must know how to cook.
a virtuous woman must know how to cook not just know how to cook, must know how to cook
So
very
it's
well.
one of your criteria for a virtuous woman.
Yes, a
Okay, that
virtuous
one's in
woman
the
must
Bible.
know
So
how
now
to.
you don't add up. Okay.
No, but it's reality. You
Yeah.
understand? It's reality now. So in this our world now, you don't know how to cook as a woman. I don't know. How will you even survive on your own if you don't know how to cook? Let's say you're a young lady living in Nigeria now with the way things are expensive and you don't know how to cook. Let's say you're staying on your own as a virtuous woman. Now, knowing how to cook is not even until you meet your husband as a woman. You need to know how to cook, not just for your husband, but for yourself. For yourself. Because I remember when I was in school, eh? I used to like I had a good time in school. Why? Because I know how to cook. So most of my friends, when I want to prepare something, I say, yeah, Alpha, bring 500, bring 200, bring 100 naira. By the time I gather their money, I will use it and prepare a very nice soup. My 1 naira will not be there because I'm the one cooking the food. And by the time I'm even done cooking, I will have change that I will pocket in my I will have some change in my pocket that I will use for something else, and I will have food in the house. So I will eat and give, and I'll be the one to portion the food for them and still leave extra for myself that I will eat later. So knowing how to cook is your gain, not even the man's gain. So as a virtuous woman, you need to even know how to cook, not just for your husband, but for yourself. So I don't see a woman that don't know how to cook and then you are preparing to get married. It doesn't really make sense to me. What
So one of
what,
your
what will
criteria.
you pass to your children? Yes. So a
Yeah.
virtuous woman must know how to cook.
Okay. So if everything is there in this woman, but one thing is missing, she doesn't know how to cook.
Mama, I don't think everything can be there and then you don't know how to cook. It's not possible. There's no way everything can be in a woman and she doesn't know how to cook. Because one of the virtues of a virtuous woman in this our generation is knowing how to cook. Any woman that does not know, that don't know how to cook, honestly speaking, is a lazy person. Is very lazy. That person will be very lazy. That's the truth. Because as a woman, knowing how to cook should be one of the things you should learn while growing up. You understand? Even if you don't have a mother that maybe that has that knowledge, that pass that knowledge to you, you should strive to know how to cook.
Okay.
Let's except maybe you are coming from a family you know that you don't cook, you have the money to employ a chef, but is still good that you know how to cook. It is still important that you know how to cook. You know, somebody who doesn't know how to cook can eat anything. That's the truth. A man
Okay.
that does not. I have some friends like that. I have friends like that who are they are not broke. It's not as if they are poor, but there are some foods that I've seen these guys eat. These are things that I cannot like. These foods are not. They are not sweet. This food, the food no sweet, but they don't know say no sweet. Why? Because they don't know how to cook. But when I test that same food they are eating and enjoying, if I test it, I'll be like, bro, you know, she says salt past this food. Can't you test it? Bless, I'm coming. Sorry, my son. Sorry, me. So
Okay.
it's very important for a woman to know how to cook. Oh.
Okay. So, from the man's perspective, you've told us that what a virtuous woman is know how to cook. Is there something else?
Yeah, you must be clean. You must know how to cook and you must know how to keep something clean. You get.
Okay.
So some women, as a young boy growing up, you know, I had one or two relationships before I got married. So there are some women they might know how to cook, but they don't know how to keep something very clean. You understand? The Bible said cleanliness is next to godliness. You understand? So you can't be godly if you're not clean. You
Okay.
understand? So you must know how to keep things very clean. You must be neat. Not just knowing how to keep things clean, even you yourself as a person, you must be neat. You must always smell nice for your husband.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Another one.
Uh, I have a lot to because now
Yeah,
you must
we're
have
talking
something.
from the man's perspective. So yeah, tell
Yes,
us. The women
yes.
are
So
here.
you
They are
must
listening.
okay. Now you must have something you bring to the table. It must not necessarily be money. My wife does not work. She doesn't work. My wife does not work, but the kinds of ideas she has, you get the kinds of suggestions. My wife has given me a suggestion before that brought a kind of lot of money. Let me put it like that. That gave me a lot of money. An idea she gave to me, and then I utilized it, and then he gave me a lot of money. You get so even if it's not necessarily you are giving that man money, you must bring money to you must bring something. You must something that adds value to the man. You're not just in his life, you know, to be a liability. You must be doing something. Either maybe you are working, that maybe you're also working and then you are contributing to the family, or you are doing something that is supporting the man, that is helping you know his life to be easy. And then another one, you must give the man peace. You must be a peaceful person. You must be. Some women are very supportive. There are some women that they will support you. You know, they will encourage you. But once that woman start nagging you here, if that woman start nagging you, you know, your brain will go explode. So if you have a there's something the Bible said. I've forgotten the verse in the Bible that it said that it is better. How did he put it? Mama, you should know the
It has to
verse
do
now.
with a nagging
A
wife.
nagging wife, yes. Some women don't know how to give a man peace. So you know they use at any little opportunity they get, they will nag you as a man. You get at any little opportunity they have, they will nag you. So there are women like that don't know how to give a man peace. There's a woman you cannot advise. You know, you cannot even give them an advice. You know, once you talk, they'll be like, yeah, 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 yeah. You can. They cannot say, yeah, okay, okay, honey, I've heard you. So if you are with if that kind of woman, you are not even close to virtuous. You know, you are vicious. Well, it's vicious woman, not virtuous woman. You know, that kind of woman, if you marry that kind of woman as a man, you might likely not live long. A woman that loves arguments, you might likely not live long.
Okay.
Yeah. So another one is being humble. A woman who is humble. You understand? A woman that is humble. Because women of these days, they are very proud. Very, very proud, mama. The days we una marry, oh my God, that's the days that now be last generation of good women. No. Honestly, the women that we have now, they are just few that are still good. Most women now, the only women that are humble now are women that are not doing well. That's women that are not financially okay. They are still struggling with life, trying to make money and do all. That's few of them that is still humble. See, Sam, City Anon said they are called dragons. Mama, honestly, the thing is that most women we have nowadays, if they are doing something, whereas the Bible said that a virtuous woman is a woman who is actually doing something, to support her husband. But women of nowadays, once they are doing something, once they are seeing money, the next mindset they get is that they no longer need a man. What does a man want to give to me? As if the only purpose that God created a man is to give you money. Once they have small money, their conclusion is, what does a man have to give to me that I cannot give to myself? As if it's only money that God created man for to come and give you. Their sole purpose is, let a man just give me, give me, give me, give me. That's the only thing that will make them remain humble. If not, there is no humility in them. They are proud, they are arrogant. Those kind of women, they won't allow, if you can't even talk to them now, they'll be like, Emeka, what are you doing for me? Is it because this wig you bought for me? Because they know they can afford it. So everything you are giving them, and those kind of women, you cannot please them. You get? Because anything you give to them, they see it as is too little. Because why? They can afford it. And that's why most times you see it looks as if men marry less most of the time. It looks as if men are going for lesser women that are not really, up to their level. You understand? You can see a man who is a millionaire is going to marry a girl, a sales girl. A man who is a millionaire is getting married to a girl who is still in school. A girl that don't have a future yet, because if you are still in school, you don't have a future yet. So a man who is a millionaire going to a university to pick a girl who is still in school and marrying that girl. That man is marrying below his level. But he knows why. You understand? Because when you are going for that high class woman, you don't know. Most of them are very, very arrogant.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man.
Okay, I think your network kind of, a little bit, but you're back. I just want to react a little bit. Thank you so much, Julia. God bless you. Real Uche Jules. God bless you, baby girl. Thank you. God bless you. Somebody said, "Looking at the Marion agenda." I see. Irene Wugochukwu.
Sorry, man.
You're really.
Somebody said, which one is woman who is still in school that has no future? No, no, that's not what I meant. I beg you, before you crucify me. What I mean is, a woman who is still in school, her future is not yet certain. You understand me? If you are still in school, you are still in the process. Nobody knows if you are even going to get a job, especially if it's in Nigeria here. In fact, if you're in school in Nigeria now, you might probably have no future. I'm a graduate. Look at me. Hello. So if you are still in school and it's in Nigeria here, you might probably have no future. Even
Um,
if you are studying medicine.
Miss Irene Wugochukwu. If you want to join the live, please come on Instagram. I see you're angry. You're requesting to join me live on Facebook. I can only take, because if I accept your live from Facebook, it's gonna, be noisy. So come, head over to Instagram, and if you add me, I can accept you. Are you done with your long list, Doctor?
I think I'm done. I think I'm done for now, man. I'm done for
God,
now.
God will help the women of our generation, though. Um, a beautiful list you have. Some of the things that you may just add them themselves. They are their own. God bless you, Rosalind. How are
Hi.
you?
Hey, good day. God bless you too.
I have so many people that are telling me that if they jam you today, um, there will be trouble. But there will be no trouble on this platform in Jesus' name.
Like me?
Uh, yes.
Tell me
So,
for what?
first of all, I want to tell you guys that those people that said if your fiancé sees the video, her husband, that she cannot cook, they have watched the video together. The white guy watched the video with her on YouTube. As a matter of fact, they sat down and watched it from beginning to the end. And they are still together.
Oh,
Actually, you guys are together.
Yeah, I mean, he helped me set up my stuff right now. Reminding me for the life.
Okay.
Mama, I wanted to say that her face look familiar. She's the lady, right?
Oh,
The one that said
yeah, I'm the
that.
lady.
Yes.
Yeah, the one
Wow.
that you talked about saying if he doesn't cook for me, which is actually, I think the editing is when she said this, she asked the question, and then I think the second time when she said if I'm required when we get married, and he kind of switches up and be like, you know what, as a woman you're required, and I was like, no, I don't think I can do that.
Oh, so you don't know how
It's
to
the same.
cook. Like right now, you don't know how to cook.
No, I'm a Calabar girl. We already were raised to know how to cook, so that's not a problem. I know how to cook very well,
Okay, but
but
you just
my
don't like cooking for your husband. You don't just feel like
no,
cooking
that's
for
not
your
what I said. You're
husband.
not listening. That's not what I said. I said if my husband, the question was asked when I said he normally does the morning. Even today, he did the same thing. And
Wow.
they asked me about if I would do the same, and I said, yeah, I will do the same. But I don't normally do it because I'm not a morning person. He just does it. And the question was just kind of being reiterated because they wanted me to just say I would take it over, and I said no, I would not. I
No,
have done it in the
is
morning.
but Mama asked you if is a white. Mama said you and your white guy. So you're married to a white guy.
Yeah, I'm engaged. I'm not married officially yet. Yes.
Oh, you're engaged to a white guy. It's not a problem
Mhm.
now. Yeah, I'm not married to an African man. So
I mean, but I did date an African man before him, and he did cook for me too. A Yoruba
we can do anything
guy.
when we are dating, not when we are
Well,
married. You know,
so basically, you did.
most women don't
He's
know that.
confirming the bias I said. So you're pretending, which is manipulation, to do things for the woman, and then when you're married, you're trapped, and you can't
Yeah,
leave because which
the thing
financially, and then
is
you switch up on her. So basically, you're
now.
confirming what I said. Thank you.
No, the truth is, you a man can date anybody. You understand, but a man can marry anybody. That's the truth.
So can a
Why we are
woman too.
dating, if the relationship is fun, if you are giving me vibes, maybe you are giving me vibes on the bed, and maybe you're not good with cooking, I'm not going to complain. Do you understand me?
Thanks on the
As
bed.
long as you are making me happy, whenever I know that if I come back in the night, you are going to, as a Calabar girl, you give it to me back to back. You make me happy, you make me smile. I'm not going to get angry.
Okay.
I'll be doing those things to cover up for what you're not doing. You get, but
Interesting. Okay.
I already know in my mind. I might not tell you. You get, that's what men do most of the time. I might not tell you that, oh, this thing you are doing is very bad. But in my mind, I know that there's no way in this life I'm going to marry this girl who does not cook. Do you
Okay.
understand?
Yeah.
You, you see what I
But I'm not
said
going to
earlier.
tell you.
I
Well,
told you guys
it's
when
just
I
basically the
started.
same thing I said. Like you're pretending and you're lying to the woman.
Let me come in. I said it
It's not
earlier.
pretending. We're having fun.
That's what it is. You're pretending, you're manipulating her and taking
Uh,
time off her life to be in the relationship. You're saying that you're okay with the woman not cooking and because she's good in bed. And then when you get married, when you want to marry, you waste her time. Manipulation again and lies. And then you're like, okay, no, I don't want this one because she can't cook, but she's good in bed. And then you go find someone that can cook.
Let me
That's
tell
Yeah,
you
the,
something, Rosalind. I want to react before my guest, reacts. Marriage is long term. Dating is
hmm
short term.
hmm
Men find value in marriage than in dating. Men date differently and marry differently. It's what you have to
fact,
understand as a woman.
fact.
And what he just said is the truth. A
Okay.
man will date you for common interests, for immediate short term interests.
hmm
When he wants to get married, he goes for long term interests.
Okay.
And the long term interests are valuable interests because this is where he spends the rest of his life.
hmm
So the things that men derive in relationship are not necessarily what they want in marriage. It's
Okay.
different. Sometimes in marriage they need an added value. Now, you're good in bed, like you said, is a good one. Added value. Can she cook? Can
Okay.
she clean? Can she respect me? These are added value.
hmm
Most times, they respect the man. It's okay. They are just getting something. Maybe, your shape is good, and at that time, they go out with you and everybody look at them, bad guy, see your
Yeah,
girlfriend. I'm telling you,
he
men want to
doesn't
feel
mind. You know,
that way. Men want to feel like that in dating. So
Mama. Let me tell you
the
something. Mama, can I tell you something?
hmm,
While I was in school, there's this thing we used to do with my friends. We used to like make a bet who is going to date the girl that has the biggest ass in school. You get?
Interesting.
you see,
So we are not going to date that girl because we have a very, very interest, like, oh my god, this girl is beautiful. I want to marry her when I'm done with school. We only want to date her
what
because Anywhere I go with this girl, people are going, once we pass, people are going to be like, wow, oh my God, look at her ass. Things like that. You get? But when I want to get married, I'm married. So when I want to get married as a man, I didn't start saying, oh, this my wife, this girl I want to marry now. I think she's good on bed. That didn't even cross my mind. You the things I was looking for was long time. Things like this girl she's homely. I looked at the family she came from. Her dad is a pastor. Her mom is alive. Her family is well to do. They are okay. She's well brought up. She's homely. She knows how to cook. She knows how to give advice. If you might be a minute away from going into depression. If my wife should talk to you, you will come out from there. You understand? So she has that talent. So those were the things I was looking at. I wasn't looking at things like, oh my God, she's good on bed, she's this, she can, things like that. So it's different things for us when we want to get married and from when we are dating. So it's totally different. And it's not as if you are wasting your time, because most times we don't lie to you women. Now, not just they assume.
That's
You guys are the
not
one
true.
who
You
be
just said
assuming. We
just
don't
now that
lie.
basically what you said you're lying
Most
because you said you're going to
most
be
men
with
will
a
never tell
woman.
you. Most men will be dating you. They know what they are getting from you, but they will never tell you, I promise you, see my hand, I promise you I'm going to marry
Mhm.
you. You are the one that is taking in your heart that is going to marry you.
Interesting.
I have never in my life, since I'm a man, promised any woman I'm going to marry her.
Mm.
But I've dated so many girls that in their mind they are assuming. You think I'm going to be your husband. You are thinking I did not tell you, and I never promised you. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Those were one of the things my mom told me when I was growing up. He said, Kingsley, never in your life promise any woman that you are going to marry her. Never. Even if you have the intention of marrying her, just tell her if she agrees, go and marry her. But don't tell her that you want to marry her. So I've
That's
never promised any girl like that.
that's
But in their mind, they
Wait,
are assuming.
wait, can I
It's
say
that's
that
why I
simple.
have
something?
a man
Sorry.
here to
Sorry.
discuss this topic so that we can learn from the man's perspective
Can I
what they
say
are looking for,
something to
and
what
you
he
know the
said?
heart of the man. Okay, 1 minute.
Yeah, he said a lot of things that basically confirmed the bias I said, the reason from the last video. He's basically saying like, oh, he's going to be with a woman and lie, which I guess you're confirming because I hear a lot of like women and I see videos of girls are like dating a guy and then later on in Nigeria they find out that he's married to some girl. They find out that weekend he's getting married like next weekend or something. So it is true. They're being jilted in relationships. So it does happen. So he's basically confirming that a lot of, I guess, Nigerian men would date you for reasons for them that think it's like okay they like you and but they're pretending, and then when they finish using you in their own way using you, and then they go pick a woman that they like in that way that provides everything. So it's confirming that he's choosing a woman with things that is going to
He's
suit
not
him or is going to serve him.
pretending. Mama, is
That
that
is
virtuous woman we are talking
pretending. In
about?
case you don't understand
Yeah.
it, I'm
So
explaining to you
Okay,
that
okay,
that is
okay. Let
pretending in
me
your
ask
now
you.
mind.
Let me just
I'm
tell you
a
That
what
is
you
question
don't know.
pretending.
Let
You
me
have
tell
to
you
have
what
here
you
on
don't know.
that.
manipulation. So that's more
I
reason. Can
don't
I
want
finish my train of
Roslyn.
thought? That is more reason why the
Hold
woman
on,
should choose a
Roslyn.
man that actually also
Roslyn,
satisfies
can you
her
hear me?
boundaries or her reasons. Yes, man, I can hear you.
Um, I am seeing a comment that you said my guest. Okay, so I want to correct that. I don't want anybody attacking anybody directly. You can probably we can say, oh, that's the lie that men say, but not you are a liar. You know what I mean? Because I would not even want anybody to come here. I know the last 2 weeks you and somebody went in one
Who
on
said you're
one.
lying?
So yeah, I think somebody said you said that it means you're lying or something like that.
Oh no, I'm saying
I
like
don't
if
know.
he's saying that, that means he's lying to the person. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying. Like it's confirming what I said last week. So I'm taking what he says. He said it with his own mouth. So I'm taking what he said with his own
Rosalie,
mouth.
can I
I'm like, if you
can
all
I
are
say something?
pretending or lying, you're pretending and you're
please,
lying. Separate.
let me see the person who just
Yeah,
added
go
me.
ahead, please. I
I
want to
need you
hear
to
what you have
come
to say.
live. I need to see your face. I don't. It's not an audio this thing, so I need to see your
Yeah,
face.
please
Hi,
go ahead. I want to hear what you have to
God
say.
bless you.
Actually, please.
How are you? Okay, yeah, you've joined me before, right? I can't hear you. I hope you're doing good.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm just
Okay, God
listening
bless
to
you.
them, giving them audience and all.
Okay, yeah, our Dreamlight, I've corrected that. I've control of speech and everything. And again, I want everybody to know on this platform that you guys know that I don't joke with my guests. If the person is a guest, I'm reading your comment section. If you go and type nonsense, I'll reach out to you. Don't my guest, whatever he's saying, you have to respect my guests. It's not easy to reach out to my guest and bring them here. So even if you have madness or anything that is doing, you don't near my guest. Just let him talk. If me, I want to object, I will just object the thing. And I'm seeing you post comment section. Oh, everybody, I'm watching. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for joining me and
No
Rosalie too.
problem, Mama.
Thank
You're
you. Unbreakable,
welcome. Thank you
I'm
for
seeing
having
your
me.
stuff. Accept. I try to go in. I'm not sure I've seen your request, but you can add
Oh
again.
yeah,
And how about that
what's his
request? I'll be
name?
adding one on one.
Something Knights.
Yeah. So let me continue. You said, my guest. You said some things about
Mama,
the
she
virtuous
she
woman.
she was talking about. She said that it means that men are lying to women, and he's not lying. The thing is that if you're talking about Nigerian women, most Nigerian women don't even care if you're married. That's the truth, and they don't even care to know the man they want because they are not virtuous. If you're a virtuous woman and you know what you are looking for, if a man approaches you, the first question, your a virtuous woman is not, oh, I cannot marry a man that don't have money. Oh. I cannot marry a man that don't have money. Oh. If you don't have money, don't near me. I don't know if you're getting my point. What if that man has money and is a hire killer? You understand? The only thing most women are interested to know about a man is if he has money. So you are talking about a Nigerian girl that don't even care to know about your background. He doesn't want to know how you get your money. All he knows that this guy is handsome and he has money. That's the kind of woman you are saying that they are deceiving. So it's not
You
No,
know,
it's not
it
the kind
when
of
you are
woman.
dating a
Usually
girl
girls.
and then in her mind she's assuming you are going to marry her. If that girl knows what she wants and she's dating a guy, you be like, how far, bro? Sorry, we are dating for 6 months. So how far? Where
Mm.
is this relationship leading to? I don't know if you're getting my point.
What
But
happened
you have
now?
never even for one day called this guy to ask him, where is this relationship going? And then maybe after 2 years, the guy now break your heart. The guy says, I don't want again. No. Finally, I'm done. I've enjoyed you enough. Go, let me look for someone else.
Oh,
You
they've
now start
enjoyed you
crying that the guy
enough.
broke your heart. You understand me now? So
Yeah.
most of the women you say that they come out to cry that a man left them, they don't even know what they want. They did not
so what we're
specify.
saying
If you
here is
specify,
build value if you know yourself.
if you're a
Adam
virtuous
was presented with
woman,
so many things
mama,
in the garden. He had animals. He had they bring donkey come go lion. Mm-mm. He no compliment him. So Adam knew what he wanted, and God said, okay, this one, they complete and made him a woman. Meaning, as a woman, when you want to date, don't date anyhow. Know what you want. What you want should complement your value. And I know
yes.
you don't like what he's saying, but I bet you agree with him a
Oh,
little
me
bit.
not liking what he said? No,
No,
he's confirming what
no,
I
you.
said
I'm not talking
last
about
week.
you. We
So,
may not like a lot of women.
Mhm.
We women may not like what he's saying, but I'm telling you the truth.
Actually,
That is what
I think
most
women should
men.
actually listen to him because it's very important
Mama,
as a
mama, the,
Nigerian
the truth is
person.
that,
Because
mama, the truth is
he's
that
like I said, he's
if
confirming everything and then he's reiterating what he's saying about if it's not the woman you want, like why can't you just go be with the woman that you want to? Why waste somebody's time and
that's
literally
not
somebody's life
what I'm saying.
years?
That is
That's
not what
literally
I'm
what you're
saying.
saying. You're saying you literally use the word
No,
fun to say you're having fun with
I think
somebody else
you are
because you're sleeping with
misunderstanding
her.
me.
I'm not
Rose,
misunderstanding you. These are
I
literally
think
the
you are
same
not even
words that
getting
you
me.
use.
I'm not talking to the
No, no, no,
man.
no. I think
I'm
you
not talking
actually
about
don't
the man that is
understand
wasting
the
the
things
woman's
you're
time.
saying because you keep
No,
saying words and I don't think you're comprehending what you're saying.
you
You're saying you're going to
are not
manipulate the
comprehending
woman.
what
You're
I
going
am
to lie
saying.
to her and you're going to have fun with her. And then when you're done, because she doesn't have four out of the five values, I'm just using that hypothetically, that you want in a wife, you move on to her after you wasted her time and she's thinking she's going to marry you because you guys
I
are on the
didn't say
same
that.
page.
I didn't say
But that's
that.
what you're
You are not
saying. You're
comprehending what
saying you're
I'm
going to
saying.
have fun with the person and then you move on to
All
somebody
right.
No,
else.
that's not what I said.
Um.
You didn't listen
That's
to me.
literally what you just said. No,
Okay,
you just
can you allow me
Hold
explain?
Rosin,
on.
are
Can
you
I explain? Can I
listening to the
explain?
part where he's also trying to say build values?
I'm not even talking
say
to
what value.
the man.
And
That's
don't
where
just
you are
go for
wrong. I'm not even
anything.
talking to the man.
No, no, sorry. I
I
want to hear
am
what
talking to the woman. I
Francesca
am
said.
saying,
What value? What is
okay,
it?
okay,
Sorry.
Rose,
I want to hear what
let me just
Francesca said.
in a
What did
short
she
time, let
say?
me explain to you, okay?
Can I hear
What
what
I'm saying is,
Francesca said? Because I think I missed the point. She's trying to say something value.
Did you hear where he's saying be intentional before you go in to any relationship
be
and build
and
value?
be
Not
specific, be
anything that comes
intentional
your way,
and
because
specific.
sometimes we also go into relationship because we are greedy
Oh
ourselves.
no, I
We
definitely
are
agree. I
not even
believe
looking
it's
at core
both sides.
values
There's a
in the
problem on
man.
both parties. It's not
Hold
just
on.
only men or
Yes,
yeah, it's
exactly.
both
I'm a
parties.
woman and
I
I'm
do
telling you
agree.
that sometimes we go into a relationship because we are greedy ourselves. Like he said, play guy, play you because you're also a play girl. Because if the only thing you're
No,
looking into a relationship is he has to be tall, he has to have money,
I mean
you got it
it's the
for
same
the
thing I'm
short
trying to
time.
say. It's the same thing he's saying. He's saying there's this, and
We
this,
are
and
not
other
saying
qualities you
same
want in a
thing, or
woman.
Rose. We are
No, we
saying different thing entirely.
no.
Because you are
It's not
talking about
different
the
things
man,
entirely.
I am talking about the woman.
It
I
is
said
really
if you are
hard
going
for a
into,
woman to
if
actually
you're
be listened to, and there isn't. You
a
guys are not
virtuous
used to
woman
listening
knows
to
what she
women.
Let me
wants,
listen. Let me
and a
hear
virtuous
one
woman
person
must
so
be
that I can understand.
specific.
Okay, so
Okay.
No, Mama, can I explain to her
that
for
means
like
you, the man that is
30
dating the
seconds?
Okay,
Let me
woman
explain
explain to
to
her for
before.
her.
like 1 minute.
So you,
Okay,
the man that is dating the
Rose,
woman
allow me
before.
to explain to you 1 minute, please.
No, I think you have explained actually. I was trying to
Oh,
respond and you were not giving me the
hold
opportunity
on,
No,
to.
Rose. Let him
you
explain for
didn't
you one
allow
minute.
me
Then you say
explain. I
what you
have
want to
not
say.
explained
You've
to
been
you.
talking most of the time, but go ahead, go ahead, please.
He's my guest.
All right, sorry.
Oh no. I mean, I want to listen to him. That's why I'm here.
He's my guest.
Okay, let me explain again. You are
Okay,
talking
go
about
ahead.
the man. You are saying if a man, a man should waste a woman's
Mhm.
time. Me, I'm not talking about the man. I'm talking about the woman. I'm saying we have a lot of men. You know, men are go-getters. Men likes to try things. You get, but a virtuous woman knows what she wants.
You will not
She
collect
knows her
everything that comes to
boundaries.
try you. Look,
You understand? So
that's what he
she's
said.
specific. If you set your boundaries, you let the men know that, oh, number one, if you're not born again, I'm not dating you. I'm not you. You don't even have to talk to me if you're not born
Set
again
your
Christian.
own
Mhm.
priorities, your
Number
core
two,
values.
if you're not humble as a man, there are some men that don't have character. A man can have money, but his character is zero. You understand? A man
Definitely.
can have money, but he's a wife beater. He beats women. You get?
Hmm.
So you have to set your boundary. You have to. A man must be kind. You be specific of what you want. So when this man approaches you and you guys start going out, you are noticing those characters. You will not know. Oh, this is not the kind of man I want to. You will back out immediately. Do you understand
Yeah.
me? Not that a man approaches you, you don't even ask him where you are going, sir. You don't know where he's going. Or you know that he takes care of you. You know, he supplies your need. He's Jesus. He supplies your need in riches and in glory. So you just keep yourself to him. Whatever he likes, he does. Anytime he wants you, you know, he does whatever he wants with you. And then after 2 years, he leaves you and you are complaining. You are not a virtuous woman because you don't know what you want.
Hmm.
You are just there because that man can supply your need. If you know what you want, 6 months, 3 months is okay for for a man to ask a woman to marry him. So once you are noticing that, oh, this man is not serious, so you call him Oga Alpha. Where are we going? Is this relationship heading somewhere? So that you back out on time. But if you don't ask that man those questions, that's when you see people stay in relationship for 5 years, 6 years, and the man will back out.
Yeah.
And when you now call these girls or these women and ask them, did this man for one day tell you that he's going to marry you? You will find out that this man never said it. The man has never
I've always
promised
said
the
it to
lady.
myself. I said 6 months. If a man does not propose to you in 6 months, I don't know what people are still doing there. Or if you don't even know that this relationship is heading to marriage in 6 months, I don't know why you're still doing it. Because I know that if I tell you don't have sex now, it is me that is going to preach. You still do what you want to do. But at
Hmm.
least 6 months. And again, to add, okay, you know your values. Don't be scared to drop a man. Mm-mm. If he does not have good behavior, drop him like bad habits. I'm telling
Exactly.
you, as a woman. You see, as these men are saying they know what they want, we also know what we want. You don't want to go into internal suffering and prayer and binding and prayer points.
Because
Marriage
the
should
man
not be
has
all
money.
about prayer points because he has. So that's why I'm saying that you also go for one or two things that you need, and you're not going for the generalized thing that you should really be needing.
Yeah.
Money in the life of any man can be temporal.
Hmm.
First of all, check character. What is his relationship with God? Check all those things. How gentle is he? How kind is he? How respectful is he when he comes around to your friends and to your family and to people around? How respectful is he to his own family, his own siblings, his own father and mother? You want to look at the background. How does he treat people? So
Yeah.
you sometimes we hold on to these men and we know that they are really bad, and we hold on to them, and them they know that we are bad sometimes, and they drop us. Are you're scared to drop a man? Drop that man. If he's not good, drop him. Don't even proceed to marriage. So many people in marriages today made mistake, and we're telling ourselves that if we had opportunity to make a choice again, we'll make a better one. I'm telling you,
Mama,
so
do you
many
know
married
the
people
funny
are doing
thing?
that.
Mama, do you know the
Well,
funny thing? You know you can be in a relationship with a man and then he finds out that you're not a good woman, that you're not fit for marriage. And he will just still be in a
yes,
relationship with you. Maybe
and look
because you
for
are
a
helping him
wife.
do one or two.
Yes,
You get?
I'm
He
telling
will still
you.
be in a relationship with you. It doesn't mean he's lying to you. Oh. He already knows you don't have good character. He will not ask you to marry him. He will just be in the relationship. But you as the woman, in your mind, you are assuming, okay, we are
So
getting
now I have
married.
a
I
question for
think
you,
maybe
my guest, Mr. Kingsley. If
Should I
this is
respond
justified,
to
we
what he
can also
said?
justify a woman who is temporarily in a relationship with a man for just the benefit at that time, knowing he has money, but knowing he does not have character enough to be a husband. And when she finds a husband, she leaves him. Can we justify that?
do you know why we cannot justify that, man?
Why?
We as men, we have financial clock. Women have biological clock. As I am now, if
Just
I
listen,
people
no.
don't even know I'm married, just like you didn't know I was married. But if you see my wife is 26 years, but if you see her, you will know that she's married. You understand? So we have financial clock, women have biological clock. That time you are wasting, what if the money you are expecting that man to give to you is going to maybe let's say you are 30 years already as a woman and you are dating a guy because of his money, following him up and down, and he wasted like 5 years of your life. Those 5 years should be years that you should have, plan yourself, get a good man for yourself,
Mhm.
settle down,
What if
have
she's just
kids.
collecting the money, but still her mind is not there? She knows she will never marry this man.
She knows that you cannot, Mama, you cannot use women to compare men. No, that's the
So
truth.
men
Oh.
only have the right to do bad things to
So
women,
No,
right?
it's
And
not
we
as
don't
if
have the
me,
right
we
to do
have the
bad.
right.
Mr.
Mama, it's not
Seska,
as if we have the right. That's the
Mr.
truth.
Seska, you're a Christian, right?
Yeah, I'm a Christian, yeah.
You're a Christian. So, he's a Christian. You can see what he's saying. That's what I'm saying. He's reiterating what I said before. He's still saying that it's okay. And he just said now that it's okay for the man to basically waste the woman's time and not to be virtuous himself, but you use a woman for fun and other things he said, which is exactly what I was saying before. But he
I
said it so
never
many
said that.
times. And then now, when you ask the question about if the woman can have her own advantage to take advantage of the situation, which many times men always cry that financially is what they can bring. As also very African men too. I do agree with you that many women, especially in Nigeria, because of the whole choked culture when it comes to marry at a certain age, quick, quick, quick. I didn't have that pressure, thank God, and it didn't work on me anyways because I wasn't gonna enter any relationship by force. So because of status or marriage or whatever. But I'm just saying, like you're saying, it's okay for the man, but when is the woman? Of course not. She cannot have anything that is advantage to her and be like, you know what? I'm taking this from the man, and then it's like, okay, maybe year two, I'm just like, it's not working out for me anymore. Maybe the five qualities I saw in this guy, he's dropped like two or three of them. I'll just move on to somebody else. When even naturally women are hypergamous because nature also equips women to look for men that can actually have resources, whether it's financially or mental resources, and he can actually take care and provide for his family. But he's saying like, no, the woman can have those choices. It's only the man.
Okay.
That's not what I said.
Now,
It's
Let
all
me
right.
different
give
thing I said
let me give
entirely.
the next
No,
person
that you didn't say
the
anything different. That's what you said.
opportunity.
You're
Hold
saying
on,
it's
let me give the
okay.
next person the opportunity to talk. I've seen bad behaviors here. Somebody said men have numerous choices when they have money. You think money is everything? You think money is everything? Shame should catch some of you, anyways.
That's why women should not be
Let me
waiting.
give
Nigerian women, I hope they are listening.
the
They're
other
listening.
person that
They
I
should not be
accepted to
wasting
just
time
talk.
in relationships.
What do you want to
Three,
react?
6
How
months
do
or
you want to
whatever.
react?
All right.
One
First
person,
and
please,
foremost,
after the other.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
thank you.
First and foremost, right now, let's know where our Rwanda brother is coming from.
Oh, he's from Rwanda.
So
He's
yeah, it's a Rwandese.
not from
So
Rwanda. He's a Nigerian.
Oh, I was going to say, wait,
Mama,
I thought
he
he was
claimed
Nigerian.
he don't disown Nigeria. He claimed it in his video. It's a Rwandese. He has claimed Rwanda. So you don't know him. So I know him.
But this
So
platform will take anybody from any
uh,
country. You people see,
all
I've
right.
Yeah, I
had
don't think it
people
matters.
from
Exactly. So
African Americans. So
yes, exactly. So now, first and foremost, where he's coming from right now, he's not trying to justify that men can waste women's time and
Yeah,
women cannot waste men's time.
absolutely
And
is.
now, I don't know where you're from, but I'm from Nigeria, and
I'm Nigerian too. Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. Go back to Nigeria right now. There's no woman that is dating one man. They make choices from a pool. At least, Mama, I will tell you, I will put it to you right now. I'm not putting allegedly. I know women
But
have
why are you
come
putting
to
the
you.
blame only on the women?
No,
It's a man's
wait,
choice too. It's both
wait.
parties.
Now, wait. It's both parties. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. I'll tell
And
you
he's
now.
saying that the men actually willingly know this. So
No, wait. Now, listen, I gave you guys time to talk. Women do have
Yeah, let's just
confusion
have one person talking, okay, so that I can also
who they want
react
to
and
marry.
listen.
They know some of them know what they want. So they just have pool of selection. And I believe, Mama, some of them have come to ask you to pray that the Holy Spirit should show you which out of these 4 men or which out of these 3 men. They've come to you. Am I lying? They will bring 3 or 4 men that they are
Men
dating.
too have that
Same
kind
thing
of selection more than even
exactly.
women.
So it cut across both genders. So let's not make it like it's only the men that do it. Are you understanding? And secondly, sometimes as men, like he said, when we are not financially okay, settling down is the last thing on our mind. Are you understanding? No matter the pressure you want to put on men, settling down will become the last thing because we want to make sure that we are okay financially because we don't want to be disrespected. You understand? So they could be in that relationship for God knows when, but the day it comes in. So that is why you as a woman, you must know what you want when you are with such men.
That is
You
that is
must
the
know
point he's trying to
what you
say,
want
and
when
I'm
you are
trying to
with
let
such
every
men.
other person
So
understand. Yes,
if you
know
cannot
what he
meet up with
wants.
it, when he makes up his mind he wants to settle down, then he's going to evaluate you. So he didn't waste your time. It's just that he was not financially buoyant or has not made up his mind that he wants to settle down. When it's that time to settle down, then he wants to look at all your characters and now start assessing everything you've been doing from day one. But at this time, we were just dating. So you as a woman, because you have a biological clock, start looking at your clock and use your clock to determine what you want.
Men
That is
supporting
so.
men. This life, eh?
That is what he's saying here right now. So when Mama asks, is it okay for a woman to use a man? And he's trying to tell you that based on your biological clock, a man can get married at 40 and still be fulfilled. But you as a woman, so many things already working around you already. So many things is already working around you. When a man wants to not pick, want to make a choice, he's not coming for, he's already looking at your biological clock and say, I want children. Can this woman bring? So these things, they are not like, it's not like it's all like that. But at the end of the day, we see these things and we see women do it. So that's why I wanted to correct that fact. Now, Mama, when we talk about virtuous women, a virtuous woman right now, I was watching a clip this morning and I sent it to my wife. A man who got married. I stumbled into that video. A man who got married, and after some years in that marriage, he was the financial head in that marriage. After some years in the marriage, something happened. He lost his job. While they were believing and praying, God opened another door. But guess who God opened that door for? The wife.
Woman.
The woman was the one God blessed with a job in the banking sector. Now, as a virtuous woman and as a virtuous man, a righteous man too, he said, what did I do? I had to switch role with my wife.
Hello.
So
Wow.
he
Good
switched
evening.
roles with his wife. And he told his wife, I do not want a third party in this house.
Hmm.
Because why?
Okay, I'll
I
come
don't
and
want a
pick you
third
today.
party in
Thank
this
you.
house because the third party will bring about issues of now you they bring money come or now me they cook, now me they do this. But he said I take care of the children because you don't expect the woman to come back from banking job 11 p.m. at night to come cook. He said I cook. He said, guess what? I spend the money. The ATM is with me. She bought a car. I drive the car because I'm the one taking the children to school, doing the school run.
is this your story?
It's not a story. This is
No, I'm
just the
saying, is
same way we're having a
this
program
your
right now.
life story? You're
No,
talking
no,
about yourself right now?
it's not
Oh,
my
okay.
life story. The
Okay.
people sharing their story right now. But
Okay.
when I saw it, regardless of being a Nigerian man, being an African man, but he switched role and they've been together all these years. Are you understanding right now? So these are qualities we want to look at. So that is why when we talk about this virtuous attitude, let's remove because we focus on the secondary. And that secondary can be taken away. Secondary is always money for women. Can
I don't understand how that's
he take care
a
of
Yeah.
my
bad thing.
financial? Can he do this? Can he do that? No.
She said she don't
Secondary. First and foremost, we
understand
want
how
to
that is
keep
a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's a bad thing.
that is okay. Now, when that money leaves right now, what becomes of you? Can you stay in that marriage? Can a
I
woman
mean, I'm
remain in that
sure you
marriage?
know,
Can
as
they think?
Nigerian
Can
women,
they be
many of them
My
cognitive?
stay.
The
brother, the
cognitive
thing is,
ability
Many of
the
them
thing
cannot
is, the
continue
thing
to
stay
get
in
is,
married.
relationship.
the thing
I'm
is,
coming. I'm coming, my brother. Let me land. When I wanted to get married, I went for counseling, and it was a few days because I was coming from the US and she was in Nigeria, and they asked me one question: Why are you getting married to this lady? In my head, I just told them it was one because I don't use too many words when I go to such gathering. So I already know what I wanted. I just told them, I said she has a teachable spirit. She can
Oh,
adapt
okay.
to any situation. So you understand? So that was all I saw. And then I looked at the family background. First and foremost, the family background is a family that takes no nonsense in terms of divorce is the last option in their life.
So even if she's in an abusive marriage, she can't divorce. So the
Divorce,
family is the
no, it's
last.
not like
Okay.
you cannot. Yes, divorce is the last option because I do not want to get married to be divorced.
Then you
If it comes to that,
have
and
to
I
participate
become,
in your
if
marriage
it
if you don't
comes,
want to get
exactly.
divorced.
So, excuse me, ma'am, we are not being defensive here right
That's
now. This is a topic.
not
Let me
defensive. I'm
land, then you
responding
talk.
to what you're saying.
Yeah.
If
So
anything, you're being defensive.
let me
I'm just
land right now.
responding to
So
what
we
you're
are
saying.
telling you now how we men
Um,
look and take
But that's interesting
our
because you're
women
saying
in.
how you
Are you
men, and then
understanding
when
right
I
now?
try
So
to speak and tell you how we women,
I look
my
at the family
opinions are not
background.
even being listened to. But when you
Yeah.
guys reiterate what I
let's
say, it's listened from your end. He just said it
my
again. Miss
my guest.
Francesca, you
Uh,
heard him say about women's timeline. Like, so I'm hoping women, Nigerian women are listening because he's saying that it's okay for men to waste your time. And he's saying that biologically, because, which is true, I do agree. So women may choose to have kids, especially Nigerian women I'm thinking about, that most of them want to have kids. So they should listen to this men on the panel and should not be dating men and wasting your time. Because many times I see that women are trying to auction in relationships and they're with a guy for years and he says, oh, he accessed, and then maybe after like I don't know 10 years 5 years whatever time, and they're like, okay, this is not the woman I wanted, but you wanted to be with this woman and you're using her basically. He did, I think he mentioned using or having fun and other stuff, but when it's the
eh,
woman, she can't do it even financially. Oh, as an African, that we've actually been programmed financially to even say, okay, man should have money financially. And a lot of African men, Nigerian men, I can actually say, even in America, they use money as something to bait for women. But even that, the woman cannot even require that. And to even correct you, many women actually take over their household financially, and it's never a problem. It's mostly statistically, if you check again, the man that always has a problem ego wise, because the woman now is leading financially. And I totally
because the
agree with you.
woman
I think
will never be, you will never see a woman who is fully taking charge of the family and she'll be humble about it.
no,
No
that's not
woman
true.
does
It's
that.
the
All
man's
right.
ego
I
that
have
really.
seen a lot of
That's not
situations.
true. No, that's not
You
true. It's
will
the man's
never
ego.
see a woman 100% catering for the family and she'll be humble about it. A woman can support the
No,
family
I
for a
don't think
while, for
that's
some
true. And
time,
like I said, I'm going to
hoping
refer
that,
to the statistics
hoping
again
that
in Ghana.
along the line, you as the man, you bounce back. Maybe you have a
Oh, there's
problem with your work and
nothing
your
wrong
wife is
with
supporting
wanting you
you.
to bounce back.
She's
There's
hoping
nothing
that
wrong with.
maybe like 6 months time, you will become financially stable again. She's not hoping that she will take care of the family for the next 10 years. That woman will be frustrated, okay?
okay.
It doesn't
But
work
I
like
think
that. No
many
woman
times
does
actually
that.
women are frustrated in that
I have
situation
a
too. It's not
question for
just
my guest.
financially. It's because also the house is not conducive.
I have a
And like
question
he
for my
said, I
guest.
agree. You should have to work together, even if
I have a question for my
financially it's
guest. First and
hmm
foremost, before I ask my guest this question, I wanted to react to what the to what you said about the man who said the switch role. I don't know how many years this has been going on, but I think he needs to step up again and not just switch role. God did not create him to be a woman and switch roles
I
to
don't think
stay
that's
home
woman,
and take
Miss
children to
Francesca.
school. He needs to see how he can bounce back. I just think I'm just saying it to motivate him. It is
Sorry,
okay.
Miss
He has a
Francesca,
beautiful
I
wife.
have a question too when you're done.
Yeah, okay. He has a good wife, and that's beautiful that she has to step in. But remember, that is not the role or the primary role of a woman. He has to also, at some point, get up. It's okay if the two of them are working. It's to make the household have more income or, more for the household to reserve for the children in raining days and everything. Not just be comfortable switching roles. He's a kind man, which I love, because some you come back home and you do everything yourself. At least we learn something from there. But I also would like such a man to get up and get his A game back and be the governor or the president of his home. I have a question for him. He said something about that the man needs peace. That's my guess. I'm saying this. You said the man needs peace and everything, and you say most women nag. I have a question for you. Do women nag for nothing? Are there something they are nagging about? Now, I am not in support of nagging. I believe there are other ways to explore and take care of issues. But when you said it, I know it's a little bit past when you said it. It felt like, do women just wake up and just nag for something, or they are actually responding to a cause? That's Mr. Kingsley.
Mama, you know, nagging is nagging. There's no other word you can use for nagging. If you say maybe a woman complains, is another thing. It's not nag. That means it's not nagging. If a woman complains and say, "Oh, baby, this thing you're doing, or honey, this thing you're doing, I don't like it. Please stop it." That is complaint. She's complaining to you what she does not like. But nagging is nagging. There's no other words to use for
How
it.
do people
There are women
nag?
that a lot of people nag over little things,
Oh
over
no,
things that are not
how
supposed to
does
be
nagging
an issue.
sound? Like the nagging, how is it?
Okay, for instance, you call your husband once and he didn't pick your call. You call him again, he didn't pick. And then you call him the third time, he finally picks, and you're like, "What's your problem now? And where did you keep your phone now? I've been calling, you're not picking." You don't even know that if that man is, if he has been kidnapped. I don't know if you're getting my point now. You don't know if he has been kidnapped where he is, and then you are just shouting on him on the phone. You get,
Okay.
maybe
So that one is
probably
nagging.
because that's nagging.
So
You
is
get a
there a
man,
time that nagging can be justified for the woman?
there is no time that nagging is justified.
It's not
There
justified.
is
I
no
mean, when
time.
you said, Mr. Kingsley, it sounds like the woman is distressed, and it sounds like this is a recurring thing. Because I never call my fiance, and I've never, like, in my knee jerk reaction to even do that, because he doesn't pick up. Maybe if it's at work or something, he calls me back at his convenient time. I'm never like stressed or worried. I think that's the woman that has been put in that situation by the man.
And now
That's why she reacts like, and it's not
it
nagging.
is
I think if a
maybe
woman is talking
you
to
think
you,
all women are like
no,
you. All women are not
I don't
like, there
think
are
all
women
women are
who
like
have
me. I'm
nagging
actually
spirits.
using it. I'm
Okay,
You
not
get,
hold
saying this is
on.
not even
I'm trying to
women.
get us to understand what nagging is. And
Oh,
see,
I think
we
nagging is
have
just
people listening. Is there a
something
time
weaponized.
that nagging, let me, when I ask this, I just want like one so that I can understand, put my head together. Is there a time that nagging, the two men said no. Is there a time that nagging is justified? Because from what you say, so nagging is,
Yes.
I don't like what you're doing. Those they are not asking you, I'm asking the man. I don't like what you're doing. She said yes. I don't like what you're doing. I don't like the thing. I mean that's you said that is nagging.
Oh,
You
I don't
said
nag in my life because
not
I don't have to
Rosemary,
tell
I
my
did not
man
ask you a
twice.
question. Hold on. I didn't ask you a
No,
question.
I'm just talking because they were talking also.
No, hold on. I like to you when I ask you a question, I'll tell you I'm asking you so you can tell me. I'm asking the men now.
Okay.
Is there a time that nagging from the woman is at least let's say yeah,
Yeah.
this nagging is justified? Is there a time it's justified?
Mama, you asking me, you're asking Rosary.
I'm asking you, not her, you.
There, I said no. There's no time that nagging is nagging. It's just like it's just like asking, is there a time where beating a man beating his wife is justified, or a man killing his wife is justified?
So that's one nagging
It's same thing.
to you.
That's
Okay.
what it is.
So
Just
my
like saying,
other guest or the other person on the platform, the other man, is please remind me your name so that I can address you. I know
Yeah,
you added.
yeah,
You're
Emmanuel.
okay, Mr. Emmanuel. Okay, please. Is there a time that nagging is justified?
Um, for me, it's a no. There's no time is justifiable because the rule for me is if anything is wrong, come let's have a
a
Okay.
discussion.
conversation.
Now let
Let's
Yeah.
me
discuss it.
ask
Let's
this
have a
Yeah.
question
conversation
to you
about
guys.
it.
So the two men, I
Let's
will
have a
ask you
conversation.
guys this
Don't
question.
nag about it.
Okay. If a woman catches her husband's phone and is all with nude and nude videos spawn and sees visibly that her husband has numerous women he's sleeping with, and the woman nags because complaint will be, honey, like this thing you're doing, right? And he explained nagging us like, I don't like what you're doing. What is all this? Where are you? Why are you not picking your call? So if the woman comes down and nag, I don't like this thing you're doing. Why are you sleeping with so many women? Why do you have girlfriends? That is nagging, right?
No, that's
According
not
to what
nagging.
you
That's not
explained.
nagging. No, that's
What?
not nagging,
So
Mama.
what
No,
is
That's
that's
not
not
that
nagging
nagging.
not not
now?
no. That's
That
Or
not
is it
one
I don't
nagging.
know what's
That's not
nagging?
nagging.
is,
But men do
Mama.
call that nagging too.
Mama, if you catch, if let me use myself as a man now. If I should catch my wife cheating and I want to react, I'll be having different emotion at the same time. I'll be having depression, anger. You understand? Depression and anger will be one of the emotions I'll be having at that moment,
Oh, your
not
network is
nagging.
so bad. I'm sorry. Oh my God. The video is not clear from your end. Your network.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Yeah, I
now?
can hear you, but your side is blurry. You the video. Okay, it's okay. I think it's okay, but it's okay.
But we
Continue.
are here, but yeah,
Okay.
we're hearing
Yeah.
you.
Okay, so I said if I should catch my wife cheating, the emotions I'll be having will be depression, anger. You understand? Not nagging. Nagging is a different thing entirely. Now, when a man says she nags me, this is what we're talking about. For
Frozen.
instance, maybe
Okay, I
there's
think it's
somebody
All right, he's
you
network.
frozen. Yeah, so
Yes,
it's
his
network.
network got
Oh, he's
frozen.
coming
Maybe a
back.
call is coming in.
Okay.
So now, when we're talking about nagging right now
Mhm.
is every
can you hear me
little
now? I don't know
thing,
if my network is okay now.
every little
Okay.
thing
Yes, I think he
aggravates
can.
you.
Hold on. I think he came back. Can you hear me? Let not like will cut
I,
you short. Your
Yeah,
network,
yeah,
you
yes.
were frozen.
I can hear you clearly, man. I can hear
Okay,
you.
so in this situation, I just want to ask you, what would nagging look like? Because you guys are confusing with nagging. I thought nagging is, this is
No, I
you
think
know.
they're trying to explain
No,
the
no,
other
no,
guy,
no.
Mr. Emmanuel
Mama,
said.
Yeah,
nagging,
him.
when
Yes.
a man says a woman is nagging, he's talking about a woman who does not know how to communicate.
Hmm.
And I
That's
feel most
true.
men who has been in one or two relationship must have experienced such women. A woman who does not know how to like talk to the husband. Do you understand? Like, for instance, if a man says, I want my sister to come to the house, and the woman says, that your sister don't have respect, that your sister, come to the house, no, 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 she
No,
starts
listen,
shouting.
this. I want us to react to if a woman catches her husband's phone with nude pornography and see that he doesn't have a
They said
girlfriend.
no.
I want to hear you what nagging would look like in that scenario.
All right, now,
Mama,
Okay.
that's not
so now,
nagging.
so
Yeah,
I
no,
said
they
now,
that's
said
not
it's not
nagging.
nagging.
That
so
one
now,
is
Okay.
so
Okay.
now,
She's
Mama,
when
within
we
her
are
rights.
going,
if a woman catches, I don't Emmanuel, you
all
go
right.
on. Let me not cut you. Go on, Emmanuel.
So if my wife catches me or I'm caught cheating or with pornography, anyhow you want to call it, anger complaint is justifiable. I
Jesus.
That is why I asked you
I
guys, is
created
there a
that
time
room.
that nagging is
Now, no,
justifiable? You said
that as
no.
at that no. As at that time, it's no more nagging. She's acting based on the information she has been
Yes, that's
privy
what I'm saying,
to.
Mama. It's not
So
nagging.
Exactly.
It's no
now,
longer
now
nagging.
it
That's not
becomes
nagging.
now,
Oh.
Mama, wait now. It now
Hmm.
becomes nagging. It now becomes nagging when we have gone past that stage. Like
Uh-huh.
she now says she forgives me.
Who's getting past
He
that?
forgives you.
Are you
God
understand? She
bless
now says
you.
she forgives me, but every
Mm-hmm.
time I make any one or two movements, you are started with those women again, or you are this again, or my phone rings and I go and I pick it, or I off it, or I cut it, and then she comes. Then it's not like that is not nagging. So I
Yes.
cannot drink water and drop cup. Or I'm outside and
Yeah.
receive a call. Oh, why did you go to the car to receive a call? Or why did you do this? It now becomes nagging. But at the initial
Yeah.
point, our initial stage, it's not nagging.
It's not
So it is me not
nagging. Yeah.
trying to beg, call family members, or I even call you as a prophet and say, come and help me. I've messed up. Help me talk to my wife. You understand?
Okay.
But if she decides to forgive me, she must learn to move on from that and believe that I will not do
Yes.
it again.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
not for you to not be tormenting me with
With it,
previous
so with the
things that I've
torments
committed.
after
Yeah, the
it is
torment
now the
Yeah.
nagging.
yes,
Oh, it's
now
now
it's
I
Yes.
nagging.
understand what you guys are trying to
Yes.
say.
So
Okay.
I
Okay.
agree with you guys when it comes to, yeah, it's not nagging. I definitely agree with that. But you're saying to move past, like, who is in charge of actually having a timeline for the woman to move past? I mean, as the man, you fucked up. So if the
Don't use the
woman is
word.
not moving
Correct
fast,
yourself. Don't use
oh
the
yeah,
F word here.
you messed up. As a man, you messed up. So if you're giving what the woman maybe 1 month, is it 2 weeks? Like I don't know. There's probably a time frame in your mind. I think because you are the one that has messed up in the relationship, you are the one that's made this woman insecure, that she's watching over your phone. So you are the one that have failed. You're the one that wronged the person in this relationship. So you can't basically force her to be like, okay, I'm giving you 2 weeks, I'm giving you a month to move on. You're the one that's supposed to actively try to repair that relationship and make her feel secure that, okay, if I'm stepping out from your behavior again, that you shouldn't worry because, okay, this is what I'm doing here, or letting her know, however way she wants you to communicate with her, depending on the relationship and the person, to each their own. So I don't think that is her not moving on. I think it's somebody that has been betrayed and basically cheated on, and it's okay for her to be insecure because her man stepped out. I
So
think
you think,
that's okay, and both of you need to
Rosalie, you
work
think it is
together.
okay for the woman to begin and continue to bug the
That's
man?
not bugging. The man is bugging her to move on when he's the one that has
No,
made the mistake in the
Rose,
relationship.
you are
No.
misunderstanding what Emmanuel
I
said
think
here.
both of you are
Let me
misunderstanding it because
finish. Let me
I've come. No,
finish.
no, I know. I'm
He
still talking.
said
I'm not
when you
done. You
forgive,
have
he said
spoken.
Talking.
I am not done
when
talking.
she
I'm
forgives the
still
man,
Wait,
talking.
hold
the
on.
You're
woman
You're
not
has the
making
listening to
a
right
what I'm
to
point.
be
saying.
angry
Rosie,
for
hold
1 year.
on.
You're
If
not
You're
she
making
does
a
listening
not
point.
want
to
to
what I'm saying. You're
forgive the
not.
man,
You're
it's
not listening to what
justified.
I'm saying.
But
You're
once she
not.
forgives him,
Oh
she
God.
has to let it go.
But
That's
that
what
means she
Emmanuel is saying.
hasn't forgiven him if she hasn't let it go. Don't you get it? Like if the woman hasn't, you can't give her a timeline because it clearly means that you're not trying to work with her because you are the one that has made a mistake in this relationship. You're giving her a timeline when she hasn't agreed to that timeline, and it doesn't look like you're making her secure and actually taking correction to make the repair the relationship to bring it back to the foot where it was standing before, or even better. So it sounds like you're trying to rush the woman, and you guys are just not listening to what
Okay,
I'm saying because I understand it's
Roslyn,
hard
how
to
long
listen to
should
a
the woman
woman.
carry that in her
Oh, I
heart?
don't know. I mean, I haven't had that problem before, but if somebody, I mean, it depends on each their own. Sometimes when somebody cheated, maybe they went on a work trip and it was just because maybe guys were there. I hear that sometimes, or it's an ongoing thing. So it depends. I can't really tell. But I mean, from my perspective, I personally would not be staying with that person if you're cheating on me, whether it's a one time thing or whatever. And especially, you're not going to putting a timeline because it doesn't sound like they're trying to make amends to repair the relationship. They're just telling the woman, like, you know what, it's been a month. Maybe we go for counseling or whatever. Just move on from it. And then don't be insecure after I have made you insecure from my actions to not watch over my phone or to be thinking, oh, who am I texting at 11 o'clock? Even though from the patterns, it showed that he was cheating at 11 o'clock and texting women. But the woman, that doesn't make any sense. While samely, Mr. Kingsley was saying, oh, he's going to be depressed or sad or whatever if the woman is cheating. We already know at a very big point, men are very insecure when it comes to that if women cheat on them. So it's kind of hard to think that men cannot fathom that women also have those feelings when it comes to their man cheating on them in relationship that they don't like it. It's disrespectful and you're stepping out of the relationship. You can't force them because many times men end relationships for that. So I think women should end relationships more because of cheating too. And you shouldn't be
Okay,
giving
so if
somebody
you
timeline.
have a if you're married or you're dating or you're married and you find out that your husband is cheating on you with some other women, would you stay
No, I'm
or
not
would you
staying
just walk
in
out?
any cheating kind of relationship.
What?
I'm not staying in any cheating relationship. If you want to cheat, I mean, now it's 2025. Anybody can date. So sex is very easy. You can get women, and it's very easy to also deceive women that probably most of the time younger, and they probably want a man for maybe just money. But you can be with somebody, and you're saying as a man. That's what I'm saying again. You failed twice because as a man, you're saying you have these standards, and then you failed one time already. Why not keeping those standards? And then being a Christian is even worse because you've had the Bible too as a reference, which we are talking about now. So you failed
So if your
twice.
man cheats and tell you forgive me, you won't forgive.
No, I will because I don't internalize cheating. It has nothing to do with me. It's the person that has failed and cheated in the
So
relationship. It has nothing to do
you
with
would
me.
forgive him but and stay or forgive him and leave.
I would forgive him and leave. I probably would go through the emotions and stuff like everybody else, but I would not be staying in a cheating
So
relationship.
if the man cheats just one time, you would leave?
Yeah, why are you cheating? I'm trying to understand. If the woman cheats one time, will you stay? No. So why should I
Now,
be staying when you
Rose,
cheated?
there's something you don't know. There's something you don't know, Rose. Do you
Okay,
know
please
that
inform
if
me.
you're talking about cheating, there are a lot of men that their women have cheated. Hmm?
Okay, that's
And
yes,
because
that's definitely
nobody
true.
knows about it, because it was not out there, people don't know about it. Nobody know that the woman has cheated on the man. The man stayed. The man didn't end the marriage.
Hmm.
All right. Now there are some certain extent you get to in life. Let's say you are married, you have 3 kids. Now you're going to, and this man you are married to is a good father to your kids. He's doing everything your kids want. He's taking care of them. He's a perfect father, doing everything they want for your kids 100%, and he's taking care of your needs, doing everything for you 100%.
Hmm.
And then maybe he now falls and cheated on you,
Nobody
and he
falls.
comes
There is
forward.
a steps that nobody
uh,
just falls on somebody,
I
someone.
know, and then maybe he now misbehaves and he now cheats on
He's an
you, and then
adult.
he comes to you and he comes to you and says, "Babe, see what happened? I cheated on you. Look at the lady I cheated with. I'm very sorry. Forgive me." Now you are going to leave that man that you have 3 kids for. You abandon that man. You leave that man,
That's not
and
reality.
now
It is
abandon the three
actually,
children. Mama,
yeah,
let me finish now.
go ahead.
Mama, let me finish. You will not
Go
abandon
ahead.
those three children you have for the man
Mm-hmm.
that he's taking care of. Maybe you will not take the children and go. And then you divorce that man and go to court. And then you get child support from the man that you use and be taking care of the kids that you have for him. And now you will start looking for another man that will come and marry you after you have three children. Now, that kind of a woman, in real life situation, that kind of woman will never get a single guy that is responsible, that knows what he's doing.
That's
If you
not
get a
true.
single guy to date you, it's either that guy is a simp or a man who has no future. The kind of men you that will attract is also men who have kids. Either men who have 3 kids or who have 2 kids, or a man who is already married with 5 kids. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
You will also, you can only, a woman like that, you can only be attracted to married men and
Mm-hmm.
men out there, people's husband. A
Mm-hmm.
single guy that knows what he's doing, that knows what life is, can never in this life, on a sensible reality, see a woman that have 3 kids, that have been married, maybe married for 11 years, and is like, wow, that's the woman of my dream. And he has money and he's well
There's nothing you
in
will
Africa.
not see on this
Marriage is a
life.
total ball game.
It is well.
You cannot, marriage is a total ball game in the US, in the Western world, and in Africa here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand me? An
Yeah.
African woman will tell you, if he likes, let him cheat. Though it's not as if cheating is supported. Do you understand me? I'm
No,
not
I do know
supporting
that
cheating. I'm not
some
a cheater.
women are like that, and I did mention that it's okay. I mean, those people, their
Uh,
choice.
my
So,
guest,
I mean,
Mr. Kisley,
let me
let
respond
me
to what he's saying.
react to Ima.
Let me respond to what he's
I want
saying.
to ask.
I don't.
Hold on, Roslyn. Mr. Ima, do you support what your brother here is saying? What Mr. Kinsley is saying?
which of them? He said a lot of stuff. So
That a
Everything.
man would
Everything.
never marry a woman with children, a responsible
A single
man,
guy, mama, I quote,
a
a
single
single
guy,
guy,
except the man
young,
already has
that has money,
children
oh,
or is
that has
divorcee or
money, not a
something.
simp.
What is
all right.
simp? Today I will ask this in life. What is simp? Please, I've been seeing it everywhere. What's simp?
Oh yeah, I was
A
gonna
simp
say
is
the same
a
thing.
man that can date any woman for money.
Oh, that's
For
what simp
money,
is.
I
Those
thought we were
guys
just.
you see marrying crippled white women,
Oh,
the
that's
ones
not
you
the
see on the
simp. That
internet,
is a
going
gold
to
digger.
marry
That is a gold
crippled
digger.
white women that are old enough to be their
I
grandmother.
think that's a
Do you
gold
understand?
digger.
Because why? They are looking for visas. They
Okay,
want to just
okay,
be
that's the
okay.
simp. Simp.
That's a
Okay,
simp.
simp.
It's
That's
a
Yeah.
a
whole
gold
lot of.
digger. I
Okay,
don't think it's the
It's a
same.
please
whole lot.
react to what he
It's
has
all.
said. I want to hear from another
Yeah.
brother's mouth.
All
All
right, you
right.
should go ahead. So I can respond to
All
both
right.
of them.
So,
Even single woman that
now
never seen man, woman will get 3 children
from
per
our
year.
reality
That's
right now,
disrespectful.
from our
Yes.
from the reality right now, I understand we're having a discussion, so we try as much as possible to whatever we're saying, try so that it doesn't offend the other gender or thereabout. So I am gender sensitive, like what is said. Many young guys, it takes a whole lot. If you look at the percentage today, if you go back to the statistic to see, every young man want to get married to a young woman, and most especially do not want to get a woman that is already married before. It's like the moment you are divorced, it's a different degree you now have in your portfolio. Yes, it's a different degree.
Life, eh?
It takes a lot of maturity for
Sorry,
me
let
to
me just. Is it only the
overcome.
woman that has the degree or the man too?
Now, Mama, now this is because now this is the problem, Mama. This when we have such discussion, the problem I'm having is the fact that we try to want to think that everybody, these two genders are the same.
Oh, so for the woman, you have a different degree as your divorcee.
If you as a woman may have a standard. I do not want to get married to a divorcee, to a divorcee too. She have a standard. But I'm telling you right now, a man who is divorced is 10 times likely to get married instantly than a woman.
Mm-hmm. Once he has money,
She can
it's never a problem. If he
Yeah, it's
likes, let
she
him
can
have
go
society.
there
I
10
mean,
because
it's
kids.
why?
society, and
But
men also
Because it's
need
cool.
women. So
you
that's
can
the
have money,
same
mama.
thing.
Mama, can I shock you? You can have money as a woman
These
and you
are
are a divorcee.
I'm
You will
coming.
not get a good man.
I'm
Okay,
coming.
No,
Mr.
because the
These are
men
not
are
Continue.
looking
Let
at
me
you
hear
because you're
these
you.
are not things
divorced.
Because
these are not things we're arguing about that we have to argue about. Just go out there and ask it. We've seen a lot of
It's
women
everywhere
coming
now.
to argue or not even argue. It's been now pastors are changing the narratives that a woman being divorced does not mean you should crucify her or thereabout. The narrative is changing now. They are married. They are marriageable.
Because men are not crucified.
and be good wives.
But why would they
Because now,
crucify a
because
woman
whether we
that is
like it,
divorced?
because
That's what I'm thinking about
Sometimes they
too.
run
whether
away
we
for
like
their
it or not,
lives.
now whether we like it or not, it has been a stigma. There's a stigma on that on women who are divorced. Now men are not getting to understand that. Okay, let's find out what happened. Who
Yeah.
initiated the divorce? What are the grounds of those divorce? Men are not interested. Before, men are not interested in those questions. Why did you move? What happened? We are not asking those questions, but now we're telling you that the younger folks, we that are younger, but men that are already in their 40s, in their 45 and above, they can get married to them. But such men also, you see that they also they've been through a lot themselves too, so they can settle. Now they have the maturity. Like I told somebody, I do not have the maturity needed to handle a woman with children. I do
And that's okay.
not have that maturity. The only maturity I think I have now is to handle my wife with no kids, and then we are not growing and understanding ourselves. If peradventure anything happens, maybe I would have learned that I would have gotten that maturity. Like I was speaking to my friend today, there were a time he came in, all he was buying was 1,500 sneakers. He was just buying sneakers, 1,500 sneakers and every other thing. But today he said, I'm now more into loafers. I said, don't regret the days you were buying sneakers for 1.5. That was your age and maturity then. You were living in that age and that was all you knew. Now you are not seeing that. It's beyond sneakers. There are some places you cannot go in with this. Same thing when it comes to relationship. As at the time you are in that age that I am right now, it's a different ballgame for me. At this point now, before I do anything for myself, I'm thinking about my household. But when I was not married, I was thinking only about myself. I don't care about you. I'll do me.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with what he's saying right now. When women leave when anything happens and they leave their husband, first and foremost, a man can jump into anything. But a virtuous woman, a woman that knows herself and her worth, will not allow any Dick and Harry pump on her. It will not happen. I had a senior sister who a guy came from Europe to come and get married. The way the family pressured that to just allow this guy. This guy, all he wanted was just sex. And then I'll put money, I'll give you everything. He said my mind did not come from her. But as a man, I can hump on anybody. I don't care. I get the money I want and get out. But women who have dignity in themselves,
have more standards than men.
Their standard is very high.
Yeah, I do agree.
You will not see that. You will not see their pants.
Men don't really
but
have
it is
standards.
only the loose ones that can hump. Anybody can hump on.
Most women only standard is money. There's no standard
No,
that
that's not
women have.
true. He just said that he
women we are
refuses
talking
It's
to
about
facts.
today
think.
are women
No, men
Most
who
don't
women,
have
standard.
standards compared to women.
he's talking about a
Generally.
virtuous woman.
So that means
You are talking about women in
so
general.
men.
He's talking
So you're
about
saying it's
a
okay
virtuous
for
woman.
men?
You
No, I
are
don't
talking
understand.
about women in general. Most
No,
women in general only standard is money.
there's nothing
But a
wrong with
virtuous
having
woman's
money
only
as a
standard is
standard, but
not
it's good to
money.
have more
A virtuous
standards
woman
for
is looking
sure.
for a man with character, a man that is
Yeah, but
kind,
I'm saying like
a
if
man
you're
that is not a cheat, a man that will not cheat on him. If you're a virtuous woman, you will not even marry a man that
yeah,
will cheat on you.
I do
You
agree with that.
understand? You will look out for those things. But you are talking about women in general, and I'm telling you that women in general, their only standard is
No,
money. There are some women,
that's
even if
not
you're a
true.
dog and you have money, you will have access to
No, I
them.
don't think that's true. Only there definitely there's
And
that, and there's
mama,
also culture that
let me give
breeds
you another
that too.
quality of a virtuous woman
No,
again. Mama,
Okay.
let me give you another quality of a virtuous woman again. And this is one thing that men
go ahead.
will always
So I
look
didn't
out
actually
for.
respond to them.
Okay.
That men will always look out from. Sometimes men are being accused that we are looking for, when we use the word submissiveness, we are looking for a woman that we will press, we will march upon. No. A submissive woman and a virtuous woman who is also submissive can challenge the man. Men love women that is coordinated and can pull up a challenge and say, this thing you are doing right now is wrong. You can't. No, this will not be allowed. And we'll stand our ground, regardless what she stands to lose. And if you see such women, they actually do not lose anything, but rather they gain the love of the man more. Because how did they do it? It's like, for instance, you want to buy a car. You want to buy a car. And you're saying you're buying the car for your wife, but it is what you actually want to buy for the woman. The woman should be able to say, I do not like Toyota. It's you that will like it. If you like it, you buy it. But for me, that's your own car. So the woman should be able to stand her ground, not saying that He's my husband, so what he says will go. What if what he's saying is what would bring the entire family
What
down? So you
if the
can't tell
man
me.
now sees that woman as a rebellious wife and an ungrateful one?
Then automatically know that that is not the kind of man you want to be with. And this
So
Exactly.
test,
you
I agree with
this
that.
test,
you see
this
that
test will
most
also be
men do
done
not
before
fit to be
marriage.
husbands.
What?
Do you
Yeah, I
understand?
agree. Yes, most men do not fit to be husbands.
Obviously, madam, the fact you have,
So
the fact you have,
if
the
you
fact
say
you have a
obviously,
kid.
and most women take their heads off such marriages,
Yeah.
should they be condemned?
Mama,
No,
Mama,
they should
you,
not be
you know
condemned.
that,
No.
That is
I
the
mean,
Mama.
standard.
sorry,
That is the
let me
standard we
say
are talking
something after
about.
he said something. No, I don't think women. I mean, Mr. Kingsley was talking about women not being chaste or whatever. I mean, that's a narrative. I know also the church has said that, and they've convinced women, which is not true. It doesn't translate. Many single mothers, I think even in the US here, they get married, and also women at a higher rate. I'm going to bring statistics again here. And from even my experience, many times do not want to even get married immediately after they've left like a bad marriage or bad relationship. It's only when they have children, because women too, they want to protect those children, depending on the ages of the kids, and just for themselves in general, because women pour a lot into relationships. And they both men are they're agreeing that men are more loose and they don't really have standards compared to women. So I'm hoping women are listening to understand that when a man does show you his characteristics, you should actually look at those and take it for what it is. Don't try to convince yourself like, oh, maybe he's going to change, because you can't really change a man if he doesn't want to change anybody, man or woman. So yeah, women can get married. It's not anything, and men that actually marry women with children, there's not. It's not a simp. I think the simp many people are thinking is the man that just loves the woman
That's
or
not
the
what
woman
I
he's with.
said now.
No,
That's
no,
not what
no.
I
I'm
said.
correcting
You
you.
didn't,
I'm correcting
you are
that.
misquoting my
No,
words,
Mr.
Roslyn.
Kingsley, I
I
would
want
like you to
Listen to what I
listen.
I
said.
No,
want
no,
to
no.
bring
I want you
somebody.
to
Listen to
listen
what
right
I
now.
said.
Kingsley,
You
you're
are
not listening to
misquoting
All
my
me.
right, let
words,
me
and I
go
don't
No,
now.
I'm
like
not
it. I
misquoting your
said,
words.
All right,
You're not
let me bring
listening to what I'm saying
somebody
at
else.
all.
Rosemary, it's okay.
Mr.
Mr.
Kingsley.
Kingsley, uh,
Miss
women we hear
Francesca,
things from
I
the
would say
side.
you're
Hold
not.
on,
You're
hold on. Don't cut me short. Let me just try and say it so that I don't
okay. Go
choke on
ahead.
my word and forget what I want to say. Sometimes women, we have how we understand our things. And remember that this is a very deep
Hmm.
conversation. It has to do with those two genders. So we can reason it somehow, you
Hmm.
understand? So just know like that. Even on the comment section, so it's showing. Um, let me see if I can bring somebody else that is let me bring Unbreakable. He's been
Yeah, a
requested. After
man marrying a
Unbreakable,
woman
I'll
that is
bring
been divorced is not
officially
anything.
Nina
It's not a
to
woman's
the
fault if she
platform.
left in a toxic relationship or a marriage.
Unbreakable, God bless you. How are you?
I'm
And men
fine,
marry
man. Good
more because they
afternoon.
want
Why is your
Okay,
face
women
first
to
off,
help them in the house.
I've been
Roslyn?
I've I've been
You're,
waiting, man.
do you know one thing is when you're talking or people are talking and
Okay,
I am talking, it disrupts the
I
video
do
and somebody
understand,
cannot
but I
hear
don't
just
think
one
you're
person.
also letting me respond because you keep cutting me short.
okay.
But you're
First
not
off,
doing that to the men.
ma'am, I want to say something. This is not your podcast. This is her
No,
podcast.
no,
That's
I don't
number
think you're
one.
listening to
Okay,
what she's saying. You didn't
hold on.
come
You've
here
been
to come and
talking all
attack
day.
me.
I'm
You
not
don't. You didn't come here to
attacking
come
you,
and
but
attack me because we're not going to
you're
do
gonna
that.
understand one thing,
No,
right?
I don't
Before
think
you
you
here,
understand
there have been
either. I was
other
speaking
people
to
here
her too.
before you. Okay. First off, if she tells you that she has a guest, you have to respect the
Oh, I
guest.
did respect what she's saying,
Okay,
and I was
you
trying to
don't
explain to
talk
her
over
that
the
I wasn't
guest,
allowed
number
to speak.
one,
Also,
and you don't talk over the
nobody's
host. Okay,
talking
I've been
over the
hearing you
host.
talk.
He's
Hold on,
literally
man,
talking over
man.
you now, but you're not saying
Listen,
anything.
listen, listen. I'm not saying anything because I'm being triggered by how you
No,
talk. You
no,
lack
no. You're the one
communication
that came
skills.
here and you're
Let
actually the one
people
attacking me.
talk, man. Everybody here is not your husband.
Sweetheart,
You can talk
nobody here
to your
can be
husband
my
like
husband.
that,
I
but
don't
when
want
you are in a
anybody else to be my
public
husband.
place like
Is that
this,
what you
you
came to
have to
tell me?
chill.
Is that
Yes,
what
that's
you
what I
came
came
here
to
to
tell
tell
you.
me?
Unbreakable,
Keep it
please
You're
real
not
with
come.
your
my
other
husband.
person.
You need to put
You gotta
yourself in
chill,
your
bro.
place.
Like for real,
No, no,
chill.
you are the one that
Take
actually
a
needs to
chill pill
chill.
and relax.
You need to
Relax.
relax because you're
Okay?
coming here to talk to the
This is
wrong
not a
person.
dying thing. Like we're just conversating. We're trying to learn.
Exactly. So why are you
Okay?
stressed? Why
So
you come here
allow
to attack
people
me?
talk.
Why are
Okay?
you here to
That is
attack
what.
me?
Mama, how you
I was
doing?
talking to her and I was trying to explain to her that I wasn't being allowed to
You
talk.
cannot explain
And
to a
you
woman that
came
knows
here
more
and
than you.
interrupted us
Okay?
talking, and she
She
did
is
not correct
married,
you.
she's with kids,
What does that have
she
to do
has more
with what I'm
experience than
saying?
you. Okay? You learn.
Um,
You
That's
don't attack
exactly
a
what I'm doing.
person,
I'm learning and
man.
also giving my opinion.
You do not attack a person or talk about a person
That's
that is trying to
exactly what you're
teach.
doing now. You
It is
came
not
in
your
here
podcast,
and
right?
you're talking
If
over
you
me.
want
I
to
was
open your
asking
own
her a
podcast
question.
and
I
overtalk
don't want
people, go do
this to
your
be my
own thing.
podcast.
But here, okay, we have a conduct. There's a way we do
I
things.
think you should follow that
Okay?
conduct too. If you're trying to say there's a
Because
conduct, you should show
I am
example.
referring to you, I'm
I'm
gonna keep
also
quiet. I'm
referring
gonna
to
greet
you
my
too.
mama
I'm
and I'm
referring to
gonna
you
greet
too.
the guest. Then I'm gonna be quiet and allow you talk. But
it's
Okay,
when I
okay.
start to talk,
because you didn't
please,
allow me to talk
when I
before. Yeah.
start to talk,
It's okay.
I would expect you to respect me by keeping quiet. Do not interject. Do not talk over
I would
me.
like you to do the
All
same.
right?
I would like you to
And
do
I
the
will do
same.
the same.
All right,
Okay?
thank
And I
you.
expect you to do the same for every other person on the podcast.
Of course I did. I
Please.
was the one that kept
Okay.
quiet
You haven't
more
been
than
doing it,
the
but let's
guys
just
were.
end there. Mama, tell your followers, say
I
today
need
they
to
need
put
to
my
bless you.
chat.
Put your account number, maybe they bless you. Probably some of these people they do for the year. We need to push the movement. Charity, we need time for that would don't come. Bros, I hear you. Hmm?
Yes. So sorry, yeah, Miss Krista.
Your dada no
But
be
yeah, I
by
was just saying like I
mistake.
Hold on,
wasn't
You get
allowed
please,
to
sense.
respond.
please,
You
please,
get
please.
sense. I
It's
appreciate
so
you.
disorganized. My
Everything I
head is
go.
just. I'm
Thank you
about to even
for
just close this thing because I'm
Mama
having
no
a
close
headache.
anything. No, I just the head. The glass goes just the
Unbreakable
star. This table will go
will
shake
keep
up.
quiet.
We will shake the table. I appreciate you for supporting Mama. You understand? You're doing well. Please come back. Don't be like this. We always do. We dey
Now
vibe
don't
well on a regular.
disgrace for
You
myself
understand?
now. See how
We
on
be
this show say
Jaguda.
disgrace. I
Mama,
have
Shameful,
a guess.
shameful,
You people are
shameful.
what
disgracing
is
yourself.
the topic?
That's how
What
you
is the
people portray
topic?
me
I'm not
out. They will
disgracing
not think I'm not a
myself.
good person. See the kind of people who I carry come, where head they touch, woman
Mama,
head they touch, man head they
No,
touch.
my
how
head
you
is
go
not
the day
touching.
here?
I'm
How you
just
It
go
is
the day here?
responding.
Person go to call you
touching. If
dominate,
you want me to
call you
tell you live, I'm
dominate
going
your
to tell you it's
podcast.
touching. Because
The
what
what
Unbreakable say,
dominates?
even though he
You're
was
the
not
one that
supposed to be
came here and tried
talking,
to
when
dominate.
I've not given, you see why I say it's touching, you're not letting me talk.
He's
One
also speaking to Miss
person,
Francesca. I'm just
although
trying to
you're still not
point that
letting me
out.
talk.
Okay.
You cannot communicate when you don't listen. That's why it's called communication. I come, you come, we talk.
I'm
So I
sorry,
have,
but I
if
think I've been
you
listening
would
and he's
always
been doing the
miss it,
same
you
thing.
see, you're still talking.
No,
You
because
understand what
you're
communication
addressing me,
is
but you're
when
not
I'm talking
addressing
to
him.
somebody else.
You're not
You will
addressing
understand.
him. Okay, I see it essentially. All right,
Rosalind,
Miss Francesca.
If you know what,
you
I'm
have
tell
been
her,
sorry,
doing
but
Mama,
that.
you keep
Mama,
addressing me when I've spoken
Mama,
less with all the men and he just came on here trying to attack me for some reason when I was actually
Mama,
asking you
if
a
you
question.
know one, tell
You should
her.
address the men too
Unbreakable go
because they're
tell
doing
her.
even worse than
You
what you're saying that
understand?
I try to do.
No be everybody she go feel say she go dey interject, dey talk over. Unbreakable self, I guess cause for
Sweetheart,
my head, not no day my
no,
head. You
nobody
understand?
cares.
Madam,
Nobody that has nothing to do with my life.
listen.
It doesn't
That
affect
same
me in
Europe
any
where
kind of
you
way.
did, that America
Nobody
where you did,
cares.
I did there.
Unbreakable,
Everybody where you dey
unbreakable,
see, they give
unbreakable.
people
It
respect.
doesn't affect
Unbreakable
me in
is
any
Mama,
kind
okay.
of way. If
Mama,
you
no
have a
problem.
problem, that's
Unbreakable
not to do
Well,
with me.
is okay.
I hear you,
Okay?
Mama. Let's ride on. She just needs to understand that that's
It's
just my
okay.
home
I
view.
think you need to understand the same thing. You
All
need to
right.
Unbreakable,
do exactly what you're saying.
please. Except I say you should talk. Don't talk again. It's okay. Please. Rosalind, if I have not said react to something, please don't say anything again.
I respect that, and I did keep quiet. No,
Just
I want you to also listen because the men have been talking, and even when I was going to respond, you didn't let me respond,
so,
or they
so
didn't
you
even
want me
let me
to
respond.
also listen to you.
Yeah, because we're all talking. I think the men
Okay,
talk and
I'm
I talk with
listening
all
to
of
you,
us,
ma.
right?
I'm
Okay.
listening to
No,
you.
it's not about any man. I'm just being also just pointing it
Okay,
out
I'm
that even when the
listening
men
to you
actually
now. You
talking.
said you want me to always also listen, so I'm listening.
Yeah, I was saying like it's the same thing the men were doing, and he just did it now, coming and he didn't attack me and actually interrupted you. I was saying I was trying to respond, but you didn't really
You
give me.
interrupted me
Oh,
first.
I
Then he
did, and I
came
did say I'm sorry, but
and
I wanted to ask a
interrupted you. So
question.
did you see? Did you see how you felt? You
No, I mean,
interrupted me, and he
he
came
attacked
with.
me. He
You
didn't
don't need to
interrupt me.
Okay, I thought you used the word interrupt.
No, I
Please, I need
interrupted
orderliness
you
here.
respectfully. I'm
Sorry.
sorry, but
Sorry.
he attacked me. I'm just saying no.
I'm going to ask my guest a question. You know, I'm very gentle, and sometimes they ask me, "How do you handle things like this?" I am asking God for the grace to actually do. Um,
I'm very gentle too.
because the day I would talk to anybody here, you people just know that the day I would actually talk to somebody here with the feelings of how they come, I don't think that person would ever like
Sorry,
you or
Mama.
want to
I
come
had
again in
to.
life. But my guest, thank you so much for being here. Do you want to go?
Sorry, I
Yeah.
had to. Like, my daughter was crying. I had to attend to her. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kingsley. This job is a very dirty one like this. I am. Don't be disappointed. It's what
No,
we
no, no,
see.
not at all, Mama. See,
Uh,
Mama, I one thing I know. Uh, Unbreakable should don't be
Hey, my
angry with
brother.
Rosalind, please. I
I'm
beg
at
you. The thing
you.
is,
I'm very, very
if we
mature.
don't,
I'm
no,
very
no,
Unbreakable.
smart.
no. If we don't disagree, if we don't disagree, we'll never agree. You understand?
Fine.
And in life, we all have different perspective about a particular set of things, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why communications like these are very important. You understand? Because, but the thing is, I learn from you, you learn from me. I also learned a thing or two from Rosalind. You understand? So I also understand where she's coming from and what she was trying to do. You get. So please don't be angry with Rosaline. I beg.
No,
Now we
I'm
got that
angry.
date.
You see, unlike some other people, but before you go, I'm
With
angry. I'm
what?
angry
Unbreakable.
with her.
With
Unbreak-
Mama, no,
me? For
let me
what?
express myself. Let me express myself.
Unbreakable.
Remember, I was
You're,
among the men that told you I am waiting for her today. And
Interesting.
luckily,
Oh,
you did
okay.
not
Well,
bring
hi.
me up so I can tell her the
that's
truth. But I'm
why I
going
didn't bring
to,
you up.
that's
Please
why you
tell me
didn't
the
bring me up,
truth.
And
and I
she's about
understand.
to
I
go now.
understand.
I
And
didn't
it's
bring you up and
okay.
she's about to go. Let me bring you in now. Yes,
That is
I didn't
fine.
bring you up
That
for
is,
a reason.
that is fine.
Because
You
just
know,
you
you,
can test me and say you're waiting for somebody and I'll now
She
bring
can
you up for the person.
tell me the truth, Mrs. Francesca. He can tell me. I don't mind.
oh, my dear, trust me, you will not like
I
my
mean, you
truth.
already started.
But you
No,
can
please
come
go
to
ahead.
another podcast that I'm in, then I will tell you the truth. Not a mama slide. This is a religious podcast.
No,
I
you
have
can
to
tell me
respect
the truth.
myself.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
everybody
it's
has been
fine.
telling me the
Not
truth here.
today. Not today,
I
okay?
thought you
Unbreakable,
already
Not
please.
today.
started by
Some other
trying to
time.
tell me the truth.
Um,
No,
please, all the floor now for my guests. I've told you guys, the day I have a guest, please, people should have sense in Jesus' name. Please, I
mama,
beg you.
I don't
Don't
have sense.
disgrace me.
Yeah, guys.
Disgrace is
Mama, I
too
know I
much.
The
don't have
This
men.
sense.
disgrace is too much. I have a guest. Ah, the disgrace is too much. You're showing yourselves,
Mama,
everybody. Jesus
bele,
Christ. Oh
mama,
Lord,
bele.
please, I have a
Sorry.
question for my guest. People should just leave him to
Go
answer.
ahead.
No
Go ahead,
interjection, no
mama.
secondary talk from anywhere. Even if the talk
Mm,
hits you somewhere you don't like, don't respond. I'm not asking you a question. I'm asking my guest.
no problem.
Now to my guest, please. There's always this saying that the women of these days, they are not like our mothers. The women of these days, they are different. They are not like our mothers. They are not doing this. They are not doing that. But when you read the description, I know you gave me your own definition, cleanliness and
Yeah,
everything. You know, it's just expected this thing.
yeah.
The virtuous woman is a resourceful woman, um, also a leader in her home because the Bible said she led the maids and everything. You know, had trailers of this one coming. She was a woman that was resourceful, industrious. Okay, she didn't just live in the house; she was out there too. Okay, so
Mm.
when we say that the women of our, our mothers of those days, they are not like the women of those days. Our mothers of those days are more virtuous. What do men mean by that? Because we have wives these days that are working to support their husbands and that are still keeping the home, that are advancing their husbands financially in positions. Some wives are even the ones that press buttons for their husband to get into most leadership positions in government. So what do we mean? Because our mothers those days, they say stayed in the house, took care of the house, and waited on the man's income. So what do men really want, and what do they mean by that?
Uh, the thing
All right,
is,
okay.
Mama, like I think I said something like that even while we were discussing that your generation of women are the last generation of women that really understand what marriage
Mm.
is. You understand? And what the Bible is talking about when the Bible said virtuous woman. You get? Our mothers then, if you check, most of our mothers were very teachable. Even up to now, while we were growing up, we're the ones that taught our mother how to use phones,
Mm.
how to operate phone, how to log in, and all those things. Our mothers were very much well teachable. Most women of this generation believe more on the internet, on the internet of these days. You know what they see in the internet is what they want to exhibit in their home. The kind of man they see in the internet is the kind of man they want to get in real life. You get?
Mm-hmm.
Most women, the things they are seeing online are the kind of things they want to doing in their house. Maybe if you ask most women that if you ask them what are you expecting from your husband, the kinds of things they will analyze to you are basically things they have seen on the internet. It's not things that maybe the Bible said about what to expect from a man. Rosaline said that women put money secondary. That is the major point of women picking a man is
No, I
money.
never said second
Like he has
degree. I
to.
said it's what's wrong with that? A woman thinking money is important. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, it's not a like, we're having a conversation where he said that is the priority of a woman. A man
No,
must
you
have
said it's
money.
a priority, and I said there's nothing wrong with it being a priority. Like, why is
He
that a
said,
problem?
hey, there's nothing wrong with it being a
But is it a
priority.
Yeah.
priority for
Now,
a man to have money,
No, that's what
Rosalie?
he's saying. As the, like women want that, and I
No,
said
but I'm
there's
just
now,
nothing
asking you
wrong.
a question.
our
Is
mothers,
it a
it was not.
priority? Mr. Kiss, let me get her. Is
Yeah.
it a priority for a man to have money before he marries?
Yeah, it depends on the woman he wants to be with. Some women want more depending on the
Let's close the
lifestyle.
door.
But I think
Close the
yeah, it's
door.
important for a man to have money.
But
Yeah, if you're trying
is
to
it a
get
priority?
married,
She
Yeah, it's
said
one
it's
of the priorities.
a priority. I don't know
Yeah, it's
why
one of the
why are you
priorities.
running around?
It's
Say it's a
one of the
priority.
I don't think you're
priorities.
hearing me. I'm saying I did agree, and I'm trying to explain to her that yes, it's also
Mm-hmm.
one.
So
Yeah,
it is
because
Okay.
I mean, I said depending on the
so
woman you want too. Yeah,
so it's a
Now
priority. A
if
man
our
that wants to
mothers
get married needs to have money.
yeah, because it's important because the woman too would want money. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Many times women start with men that don't have money anyway. So
Okay, so
I think for
like
me, yes,
putting the word well, it is a
yes,
priority for a man to have money before
yes,
he marries.
I would say yes.
If he doesn't
okay.
have,
Yeah, but because he said like he's gonna even when he was talking before
I'm
about women
asking you,
and
let's leave him.
no, I already
If a
agreed.
man doesn't
I
have
already
money,
agreed like 2, 3 times. I said
no,
yes. I said
if
yes. It
a
is.
man doesn't have money
Yeah.
but has other values,
Hmm.
should a woman not marry him?
Me personally, I would not. But it depends on the woman. I would say no. Women should not marry men that are not financially buoyant or able to support them. Depending on if you guys want to have family immediately, that's a family planning, or
Uh
and also the age
now
matters. If it's
mama.
25 or
Mama, let
35
me
or
finish
45,
Okay,
I would
because
say
I have
yes to support
I
them.
have where I'm going by
Yeah.
9:30 and this is already
okay.
9:10. So it's just like same thing I'm saying. Our mothers, if our mothers were looking for a man that has money, that has a very big amount of money, a particular amount of money in their
Yeah. I
account,
didn't.
most of them will not be married today. Do you understand?
Mhm.
Most of the girls that are even looking for men that have money, you ask the girl what if how much does a man need to be your husband or to be your boyfriend? The girl will say $1 million. She doesn't have $1,000 in her own account, too, but she wants a man that has $1 million. You understand me now? Now these are fantasies because a man who has $1 million, you cannot the kind of places you are going, you cannot meet a man that has $1 million. Is it where you are going to eat in a restaurant that sells food $30 or $20 that you meet a man that has $1 million in his account? Do you understand me? So these are fantasies that women of these days create in their head. Now, a virtuous woman is not saying if he wants a man, if he's a man does not have money, he will not date or he will not marry that man. A virtuous woman is looking for a man that is doing something, a man that has something doing. A man that is doing something is more important than a man that has money. As I am now, if I'm a fraudster, I can have $1 million in my account.
I didn't say married for success.
No, you say a man that has money.
I
When
don't
it comes to money, it
understand why
doesn't
we're
matter
trying
what
to
the
make it
person is
hard. It's
doing.
important for a man to have
When
money.
it
Even
comes to
Nigerians
money,
say that.
when it comes
Can
to having
she
money,
allow our
then
sister
it
talk?
doesn't matter what the person is
I
doing. That's the
responded just the
truth.
way he did respond to me.
When it comes to having money, it doesn't matter what the person is doing. Once you say your problem is money, it doesn't matter. I can be a fraudster now, and I
I
have
didn't say
$1 million
that.
in my
So
account.
your
But
name.
then I will use that money to cash you because I know your problem is money.
Hmm.
But on the long run, because I'm a fraudster, I don't have a consistent income. That money will just finish.
Hmm.
You understand? And both
Yeah.
of us will be stranded. But a man who has
Mhm.
something doing, a man who works as a manager in the bank, or a man who is an entrepreneur, who does trading and all, who is doing day-to-day job and is getting little money, he
Yeah.
might not be able to afford everything you need at that moment.
Hmm.
But you know that on the long run, this man business will grow. And if you support him with ideas and then give him peace, that business will blossom
Hmm.
and you guys will become I don't think you're getting my point.
No,
And
I
when
do
you
agree with
support a
that
man
too. Yeah.
and when you help a man build, you will have more say in his life.
Yeah, women do that
Most men
all the
that are
time.
already financially stable, you cannot come into their life and tell them how they want to live their life. That's why you see some men that are rich, that are wealthy, they are maltreating their wife. If they say you cannot even say anything in the house, what the man says is what stands because money you don't have, he has all the money. Before you came to his house, his life is already well stationed. He takes his breakfast around 6 a.m. He goes to the gym around 6:30. He does one particular thing around 8 o'clock. I don't know if you're getting my point now. But if you help that man to build, you'll be able to stabilize your family and have one or two say in the man's life.
So this
I don't
question again that I'm
fully
asking
agree, but
is,
I do agree with
if
something you said. Yeah.
Mama, we
if
can raise our hand up if we
if
want to talk. I beg.
if
Since we want to act like
you
kids. Anybody that
people
Are
wants
you
to
trying to
talk,
say
act like a
raise your hand
child?
up.
uh,
I never called your name.
Okay, I'm
Please raise
just
your hand up if you
I
want to talk.
speaking to you
if
specifically.
I don't feel like answering you.
That's fine. You don't have
if
to. If you want to say something, say it.
uh I'm talking to my guests. If the women of those days actually are more hardworking. They are supporting their husbands, and they are out there building their homes and also working. How come there is this saying that there are no virtuous women that are mothers? Were the generation of last, virtuous women? Because from the context of the definition of a virtuous woman, most women have these attributes of virtues. What
Mama,
is lacking, and why are the men saying no virtuous woman? Yes, I'm asking you.
okay, what are the things lacking in women of these days or our mothers?
Yes, why men are saying no virtuous women again, whereas the women these days are the ones that are working. The women these days are the ones that are going out and supporting their homes, making dollars, making naira, making whatever pounds and everything.
Mama, the thing is, even most women that are working, our mothers were not really working, but they were supporting their husbands with the little they have. I will use my mother as example. I was in secondary school when my mom gave my dad the sum of 300,000 then to go to Abuja and set up a business. You get this is a woman that owns a restaurant in Victoria Island as of 2002 or so. She gave my dad 300,000 to go and start up a business in Abuja. Her own money, the money she worked hard for, you get. Most women these days are even doing jobs that are paying them good money. Now, 300,000 as of then, you should know how much is 300,000.
It's
It's
a
a
lot
very big money that time.
going to, yeah.
Yes.
Most women these days cannot even tolerate a man that is not giving them money. Not to talk of a man that they are giving money.
So one of the things is character change, right?
Yes, character change. Most women believe
Behavior
that
change.
these days now, women believe that your money is our money. My money is my money. But your money is our money. But my money is my money. And you said that you guys are partners. You guys become one. The Bible says when two come together, they'll become what? One. But you still believe that your money is your money. Why his money is our
I'm
money?
going to
So
ask
how are you guys
you a
one?
question because you have a place to go, and so that I don't keep you, because I know I told you 2 hours, but you see now, this people, and I have some people that are adding, so I don't even know if the network will allow me add more people. I have this question. I have two questions to ask you before I just before you go. One, they said there is this popular thing, and there's this popular statistics that there are more ratio or percentage of divorce right now than those days. I'm going to ask you the truth. What do you think is responsible for this high rate of divorce?
Number one is the internet. You understand? Number one is the internet. Because, like what my sister Roslyn is saying now, I can't do this for a man that don't have money, blah, blah, blah. Other women, too, that we are brought up right, that have the mindset of building. We see
Women build with men.
what she's saying now, and they also be like, wow, she's in the US and she's living her life. She's so happy. Oh my God. So, me too. Maybe they will not start thinking maybe it's a man that has money that brought her to the US, which I'm very sure is not.
No, my
I'm
dad
sure
brought me
maybe she
here.
worked her way up there and went to the
My
US.
mom.
But
Yeah.
because of what she's saying now, some ladies that are growing or that are coming behind her will see it and say, oh yeah, now I think it's men that have money now that is raining. I cannot be with a man that don't have enough money to take me to the US. So you see a young girl and you think it's a lie. You see a young girl that is still growing. She meets a man and the first thing you ask me, are you based in the US? Do you have money to do visa? You know, she now creates her own standard of the kind of man she wants because she has already seen somebody who is living a good life in the US who has that kind of mentality. So
So
she
bad
believes it's
advices
going
on
to
the
work for
internet,
her.
right? That's
This
why
is
we
The
see
internet
toxic
advice.
behavior
is,
on the internet. So
yes,
now the
the
internet is one,
internet.
and is there another thing why we have the high rate of
Yes,
divorce?
yes, because the women are now how should I put it? The women are becoming more they are they are becoming should I say it's freelancers or because the women now, our
Shameless.
mothers then, yes, sir.
Shameless. Let me help you.
I like that
No,
actually.
that's not the word I'm looking for. That's not the word I'm looking for, please. I'm not looking
Okay,
for the word
do
shameless,
you
please.
realize I'm on this platform and I'm
More
the woman?
financially independent.
Yes.
Continue.
Now,
It's a good thing.
women
Yes.
being more financially independent is not really a good thing
Oh
for
wow.
women. That's the truth.
Wow.
Now, it's a good thing for women, no, but it's not a good thing for the home. For most marriages these days, there are women that needs to be financially, somebody like my mother. Let me, for example, because this is somebody I grew up with, I witnessed. She's somebody that doesn't mind giving all her money to her husband.
Yeah.
My mom was giving my dad my school fees when I was in school. My dad was paying my school fees for over 2 years. I didn't know it was my mom that was paying for my school fees. It was later I found out that my dad was not working. I don't know if you're getting my point now. Now we don't have those kind of women now. They don't where are they? Nowadays, self,
I'm
if the man
glad.
is paying, you see the woman behaving as if she's the one that is paying. She'll take the money from the man and go to the school and pay the child school fees and be like, Junior, I'll pay your school fees. So without telling the boy that is the father that gave her the money to pay.
How is that a bad
You
thing?
understand me now?
Mm-hmm.
So most women now being financially independent is making them feel like, oh, what do I need a man for? Oh, what can you even give to me? Is it car? I can afford the car. I can afford to buy a car. You
Okay, so
understand
what's
me
the
now?
next one?
So they are now their wants and likes are now changing. So because they feel like, okay, because I'm not financially stable, let me look for a guy that is in Dubai.
Okay, women don't suffer.
How is their
That's
character
good. I
there?
like
Does
that.
Women.
will
Women's
that guy
women are.
want a long
Yeah,
time
I
something
agree.
with me?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Would that guy want something to do with me for a very long time, a long period of time? Because most of those guys over there, they like changing women. You get that's why in the US you find out that marriages don't last. You know, you find out that in the UK, a couple will get married in Nigeria here, travel to the UK after 1 year, they are divorced. Why? Because of the environment. You know, the kinds of things the woman is seeing. She's seen my women being so free, you know, being married is no longer a big deal. I don't know if you're getting my point. In
Amazing
this our
beautiful
generation,
women
having a
kept in a
boyfriend,
relationship.
in this our generation,
100%.
having a boyfriend is more important than having a husband.
So
That's how you
now,
see a 58-year-old woman. There was one that came to my TikTok live. A 58 years old woman will be proudly telling you that, oh my boyfriend, 58 years old woman. You are doing boyfriend 58
Nothing wrong
years.
with that.
In my
okay.
place, at 58, there's no woman that's talking about boyfriend. If is that your husband is dead and you are remarried, there's nothing like boyfriend.
That's fine. It's just different. She's not in your
The
place. It's
next
allowed
one
to.
is, you said internet, financial independent, women, abroad. What's the next one? I want you to air everything in your heart. Why there's high rate of divorce. So you've given me these 3 points. Is there more? You're done.
Uh, the last one I would say is Western influence. You know, the West is influencing Africa a lot. You
Okay.
understand? And women in Africa are not just copying the good side of the West; they are copying the bad side. Feminism, yes,
Feminine.
feminism,
That's the feminine.
Anyhow,
feminism, yes. Somebody wrote it in the comment section.
we understand. Fire down. They are making
Feminist.
sense.
Feminist. I'm a feminist. I cannot do this. So I'm a feminist. I cannot do that. So I'm a feminist. A man cannot do this. So like what Rosaline said. If your husband cheats one, you will go. Cheating is bad in every angle, in every aspect of it. Cheating is bad. But ask our mothers, cheating was never a ground for divorce.
Because many times those women could not leave and they didn't have financial security. Now women can do
You
that
see
and
what
they're
I'm
able to
what you see
be
why I'm talking about
submissive
the
relationship.
finance, about the
Yeah.
financial aspects. Now, being financially stable as a woman should serve a good purpose. But now you feel because you are financially stable, you can easily leave the man once he cheats.
Yes.
You understand?
By
So
your description of
It
a
defiles
virtuous woman in the
the
Bible,
bed.
you think a virtuous woman is one who would stay with a man who is cheating?
no, I'm not saying a virtuous woman is a man that will stay with a man who's
So,
constantly cheating on
okay, I
her.
have to even ask you this question now. If a man
Yeah.
is cheating on the wife, is she right if she leaves, or she should stay?
If a man is cheating on, is she right if she leaves?
And if he has refused to stop cheating?
Ans-
Now
Answer
we
the
have so many
question. That's
grounds
your
of
own best.
divorce. We have so many grounds of divorce. If a man is constantly cheating on his wife, and he's not giving his wife the emotional support she needs, that kind of cheating that you are avoiding your wife,
No,
you are no longer.
I don't want to hear about
Different
what he does
grades.
to his wife. If a man is cheating on his wife constantly,
Yeah,
I don't care if he gives her everything she needs. If
yeah,
he is cheating on the wife
yeah.
constantly, can she leave the relationship or the marriage?
It depends on the kind of man you marry. If you marry a cheater, or if you know that this person is a cheater before you marry the man, you, you have no right to leave. For instance, now in Nigeria now we have some billionaires who are married to 3, 4 wives. Those kind of men, as a woman, you can't even complain if you see that man cheating because you know that he has 3 wives before you even came. So you know that this man loves women. But
Hold
if you
on.
marry, if you're a virtuous woman and you marry
Begin to cheat on your wife
a god,
very much, you begin to cheat on your wife, and she begins to catch you with cheating on your phone, is she right to leave you?
and you are a virtuous woman, wait, I want to find out something, ma, because if you're talking about virtuous woman, maybe is the man a virtuous man
If your
that is
wife,
cheating?
hold on, I'm
Let's
asking
go
you
first.
personal now.
Now I want to know
Now, yeah, I want
now.
to catch you. May I know
Uh,
who you be. Now,
can
here I
Okay,
want
How
to
okay,
much
catch
okay.
how
you.
I
much
will help
And
you.
suffering and abuse
you
can she
can
take?
never deceive. You cannot run
I will
around.
help you.
You see, you're trying to
I
you
will
cannot
help
convince
you.
No,
someone
no,
to
no,
leave
not
you.
that. Not
I
that,
know
mama.
them.
I'm going
I'm
Please,
to help
Mama,
you.
asking
please,
yeah.
you. I know
help
you
him,
people.
please. I would like
He's
to
talking
hear
your
your
mind.
opinion,
I'm
please.
asking you, my guest, Mr.
Okay,
Kingsley. If a
okay,
man, you now, if your
Try to
wife
make a
catch you that
okay.
you're
difference for him.
cheating very well, yes, you're taking care of your wife good. You're helping her good. If she
Mm,
catches you that you are cheating on her constantly,
yeah.
can she leave you? Can she leave that marriage, even if she's a virtuous woman? Should she
First of all, I
leave the
never cheat on
marriage?
my wife. But if my wife catches me cheating, what I
Interesting. All these things you
I'll break
said.
it. Why they laugh?
Interesting. Very
No, 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 no.
interesting.
Mama, listen now. What? First of all, I will never cheat. I would never cheat. But if I'm cheating on my wife, and my wife catches me that I'm cheating, which she knows I don't normally do, you understand? And now she sees that I'm cheating. A virtuous woman would not leave immediately.
Interesting.
But a virtuous woman would ask why. Why is this man cheating? And mind you, mama, cheating for men and women is not the same. Oh. That's the truth. Cheating for women and men is not the same. A man cheating most times is just sex.
It's also the same for women. Many women
But
just
you,
have want to have
you're
sex
plenty,
too.
oh. But
Mama,
you're
why you don't ask me that
plenty, oh.
question? You see,
I think my
what you don't go.
network is shaking.
What
If a
you are
woman is
doing to
not
this my brother?
emotionally attached to you,
Mm.
if she's not emotionally attached to you, or you're not giving her money, she will never have anything to do with you
That's
sexually.
not true.
Okay,
But for
hold
men,
on.
it's
Let me
different.
ask you this one question.
Not
You
true.
know, you've not answered this one, so I have one question to ask you before you go. But let me answer this one. If your wife has done everything and she's not lacking in anything, she's a virtuous woman, supports you, and for some
Mm.
reason you just want to cheat because you just want to be a cheater, and you are cheating on her, she catches you, can your wife divorce you? Or is it okay for her? Can you as a man say, if I am cheating on my wife, it's okay, she can divorce me?
No, no, it's
I
not
like
okay,
this
and I'll
guy.
tell you why.
I like this guy.
Of
And
course, she has to
I'll
say
tell
that
you
thing.
why.
Abuse,
Mama, let me
cheating,
tell you now.
suffering
And I'll tell you
as
why,
a
ma.
virtuous woman.
Mama, I will tell you
This is
why.
what virtuous
Now,
woman is.
Mama,
I hope
Mama,
Nigerian women are
Just
listening
let
to
me
this.
tell you something.
I just found out that you're not better than these people. I wanted you to come and help me change. All of you now.
I'm sad. This is so
No,
sad.
Mama, let me
All
finish
of you.
now. Mama, let me
All
finish.
of you now the
Let me
same.
come in,
Oh
ma.
God. Ah
Mama,
God.
let me come in. Let me come in. Let me tell you why. Mama, I will tell you why. Listen, I will tell you why. For instance, if I'm doing everything for her, do you know, Mama, do you know that the only thing that is making men to be faithful to their women is the fear of God? And that
Wow.
is why it's dangerous to marry a man that don't know God. That's the truth. If you remove God in the life of every man will cheat. I'm telling you the honest truth. Not even to talk of we entertainers, people like us that I travel a lot. I go to, as of last month, I was in South Sudan. Last 2 months I was in
I don't
Rwanda.
agree.
A few weeks ago I was in Rwanda also. So we see a lot of women daily. Not just women that are more beautiful than our wives, more good looking than our wives, but the fear of God is the only thing that is keeping us away from cheating. Not
So
Wow.
with
because
all the
say,
beautiful women you've been seeing, you've
I'm
not cheated
blind
on your
though,
wife, right?
ma.
You've not cheated on your wife.
I have not. I have
Very
not.
good.
So it's the fear of God that's
You
keeping you
understand?
from
And
not
the only thing
cheating
that is keeping
on
it,
your wife.
and that is because I'm a Christian, not because
I just hope when they post
they
this your
know
picture,
fine
20 women will not
or they
report
know
you and
hungry
say
me.
you are dating them.
It's
Oh.
not because
I
you
hope so.
respect your
No,
wife,
Because you know
your
you're a
marriage,
nobody,
celebrity.
or you
Okay.
respect
nobody,
yourself.
nobody,
Interesting.
Okay, I'm
nobody
glad to
will
hear
do
that
that.
testimony from you because I like people that lead by example, even though I've just seen that there's no difference a little bit, but it is well. Now, the last question before you go, I know it's almost 9:30 in your time. Do you know any virtuous woman right now so you can appreciate her and say a word and appreciate her?
The virtuous woman I know right now. There are only two virtuous women I know personally right now. Oh, sorry, three. Three virtuous women I know personally right now. Is my wife, my mother, and my mother-in-law.
So cute.
They are the only
I'm happy.
three
Are you
virtuous women I
prophet? Are
know.
you prophetess? Are you?
No,
You
So
wanted to
cute.
no,
looking
leave
for?
me.
And,
In
So
his
and,
Are
and
life,
you?
prophetess.
I'm
And
not
prophetess
prophetess
no,
because
no.
now.
I know if
and
you're not a virtuous woman, you'll not be
prophet.
having this topic. It's because you're a virtuous woman. That's why you are here trying to teach
Yeah.
us. So I know you're a
So
No,
much
virtuous
suffering
woman.
no, I'm
working.
so
So
happy that you included your wife. That's no, leave me out of it. I'm so happy that you could include your wife. So you see, man, you see, he mentioned his wife, and he was kind and gentle enough to even mention her mother. She would be watching this and she will be very proud of you. Thank you for at least leading that side by example. And I know when you said even if you choose, you should not leave it because you love her. I don't fault you. I don't fault you.
no,
How
but
much
it's true,
abuse
Mama.
can
Do
she
you know
take?
why? Do you know why? Because we have a lot of temptations. So even me, that I'm into entertainment right now, I know the kind of temptations I'm having. You know, most times women flood my DM on TikTok, and these are not ugly women. You get? If not, like I said, it's just the fear of God. It's not because that thought of cheating has not crossed my mind before, or like I've never been tempted. No, it's a lie. I've been tempted several times. You get? But when I know that I'm a Christian, I know that this thing I will do is bad. Not because they will catch me, they will never catch me, but because I know it's bad, I will
They will
not do it.
never
You
catch
get?
him.
So
They
it's
will
the
not
same
God,
thing
catch
as
me.
the woman also following a guy because he has
all
more
right.
money
God
too.
bless you. Thank you so much for joining. I know you
You're
answered
welcome,
us
man.
well.
You're
I am
welcome,
truly
man.
blessed to have you on the
Okay.
session.
Nice
Yes, you
to
spoke
have
like
you
a
on the live
man
too.
and like a
Same here,
gentleman,
Rosaline.
and you spoke your mind. And you come back again. We'll do other topics
Ah,
together.
in case of
Thank you
No
so
future
much.
problem, man.
purposes,
All right.
when they hear
I will
again,
talk to
don't stop. Oh, you say, I have one more
I will
question. Don't
talk
stop.
I will
Oh,
talk to
Japa.
you again.
All right,
No,
And the
no.
comment
man.
section, don't mind what some people are saying, okay? God bless you. Go take care of your beautiful wife.
Unbreakable.
I
All
go,
right, man. Thank you, man.
All
I
right,
go
thank
jam
you
it.
so
I go
much.
Bye.
do one or two.
Bye.
Mama say they set the young man up. Another one. Another one. Ah,
So what if a
mommy.
woman
But
leaves
Mama.
expect
too? If another man has
yourself.
more
Oh.
money, Miss
Eh?
Francesca. What
So,
if a woman
how?
leaves too and she sees another
Wow.
man? Because women to get DMs all the time. I think women get more DMs than anything anyway. So if she wanted to leave and cheat too, is that okay? Also, that she has temptation.
See, don't compare yourself with a man. Like I said,
Miss
here you're
Miss
the one that
Francis,
said we have
I'm not trying
values.
to compare myself with a man. This is the things that happen. Reality. This is reality of women's life.
Yeah.
Women get
Okay.
more
If the woman
Mama.
wants to sleep with
prepositions.
everything, that's fine. But I can
We,
tell you that
we,
women have values and they
Oh
are
no, I
more
know women have
selective
more
than men.
standards, way more
Mama,
standards than men. I do
while I
agree.
asked you to ask me that, the reason I asked you to ask me that question, now, with the mindset I have, if I cheat, she will go. If she cheats, she's still going. Do you understand? And
What do you mean by
let me put it
go?
like that.
Excuse me.
Eh,
If you
mommy,
cheat, she will
she's
go.
going. If I cheat, she's
What do you
still
mean
going.
going? What does that mean?
She's leaving.
Oh, oh,
You see,
you? You're
say
talking
you
about the
see, say
person
you
you're
your
with?
The
type now.
lady,
You feel no feel just see wife because
Mama,
see the bad character you have.
let me explain why. Now, I'm in support of men being disciplined enough. If a woman is virtuous, she's good, she's kind, she's doing everything she's supposed to do as a wife. I'm in favor of the man to be disciplined enough to stay in that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And by abstaining from outside marital sex because she's giving you everything, give her that respect. But if she's not doing well, she's not giving you, she's not nurturing you, she's not in any way changing your life, just causing havoc. If she cheats, she will go. If I cheat, she will still go. There's no argument there. I don't want stress. There's 1,000,000,001 women on planet Earth. Why
I
would I be
agree.
stressing?
I do agree with him.
Okay, boo.
Eh,
One thing you people don't
Normal.
understand is you keep saying there's 1,000,000,001 women out there, and
Mhm,
just as there are men,
Yeah.
we're talking about a
mhm.
virtuous woman, and I think I should point out to you guys that I don't know if you joined from the beginning. I'm sure you did. That it takes a noble man to even keep one. If you don't have character, you rubbish the ruby or the gold or the precious stone that you have.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think that most men too, I'm going to tell you guys, they start working on themselves because they feel so entitled. You know, this stigmatization that Emmanuel was saying, the woman divorce, stigmatization there on the man. You know, there are some women, if you don't marry before, they go ask, wait till me can leave the first wife, wait till me can leave the second wife. So it's everywhere, okay? And if somebody is going to slit your throat because they want that name married. No. If it's temporal separation at that time, maybe you should do it. Or heading
But I still
for
think
divorce. But
what we
when
should be,
men feel entitled about themselves, they really mess up.
but I still think that, in my own opinion, this is my opinion, if you know you have no good intention towards that person, why even venture into the union itself?
That's what
You know
you're
what
I
I'm
agree.
saying?
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
what
you
I
saying
think.
it.
No, Mama, I'm being honest.
It's
Like you
it's
cannot
true.
take your wayward lifestyle and foolishness and wickedness and go into a new union just to mess that person's life up, just based off of what you can
Are
benefit. You
you
know,
talking about the man or the woman?
both parties,
Both parties. Both parties.
both
Okay.
parties have to be evenly yoked, 100%. You
Thank
understand?
you. At least
Then if
you're
you're
right.
coming in and you know you are a serial cheater, tell the person, see, oh, I like multiple women. Oh, give her
So
the
that you can
option
get
to decide to
somebody
choose.
that fits you. Maybe the woman too would like multiple men. Then when I fit on herself, when I just date.
It's not fit to myself.
Exactly. Especially now, there are a lot of
Give
women
the
that
Because
are
other
one
open,
person the
woman, you
option.
and
cannot
then
like multiple men and you want
welcome
to
that.
you cannot like multiple women and you want to keep a virtuous woman. Because virtuous women are industrious. So that one woman will not be working to fix your behind, to fix that home. And then you like multiple women sharing her resources, sharing her hard work and everywhere. See, let
Exactly.
me tell you, women are not givers like that. When you see a woman, you see that is why most men are suffering. I'm telling you, there are so many women that have things that can make their men great, but they will not do it. When I keep telling you guys to think I'm joking, there are so many women that you see, they have the connections. You know, women carry favor. Unbreakable, I hope you're listening. Women carry favor. Everything, connections. Women have a lot. There are so many women that have so much that they can do right now. And their husband will catapult from where they are to a better stage. But they will
Wisdom.
not do it. Do you know why? Even though they've not come to tell him, they're harboring it in their hearts that this man will like
Mm.
multiple women. So I will not do something and he will not go and follow all the multiple women and give. No woman wants to give to another woman. A woman can give to a man, but not to another woman. And if you're a man with multiple women, you're giving that woman, the other woman, this woman resources. So it's like the woman is giving
Exactly.
other women resources, and women don't want it.
Yeah.
I have to tell men, you look, men are the
Financial
ones suffering
abuse.
in this thing more than women. Oh. Men are the ones suffering. But you guys don't just know. Women, some of them don't talk. They deal with you silently. Women, some of them. If you even have a woman that comes and she's nagging and telling you what you're doing is bad, you even have a good woman because she's opening up.
Exactly.
Most women don't talk. Instead, they hoard. Do you see how women hoard pregnancy for 9 months and they carry that pregnancy and deliver it in 9 months? That's to tell you how women can hoard things. That's to tell you how women can carry things. Your greatness sometimes is in the hands of that woman, but because you're messing around, you are abusing her. Oh, you've not even made her a partner, you made her a slave. She will never tell you what can move you because slaves don't give advice. In the Bible, it's only recorded that one slave gave the master an advice, and the master was obviously good to her. He wasn't abusing her. And that is why she sought an advice and gave to the master and said, you need to go get healing. This is where you can get healing. So let me tell you as a man, some of you have virtuous women in your life, you've lost them. And you're getting, you're more concerned about if she marry, if she leaves, who go marry her. Some of you, your wives are leaving you to go and get married to another man. And that man is coming. At least some of you have called me now that your ex-wife, they want to get married to somebody else and they pay you. So,
Mama, I know they pay us, so
No,
I
I
know they pay us,
see
so
men crash out all the time
you
because
know,
their ex is with somebody
no,
else.
no, it depends. It depends. To be honest, it depends on the person. Oh, like person like Unbreakable, carry carry on they go so that she know go they focus her while on me again. You understand? Let that make the new man carry that problem. I just feel sorry for the new man. You understand? Then the next person that will come now into my life, now I now have preference, I have boundaries. If you don't follow my rules and regulations, just go.
Rules and regulations.
You understand? I have
No,
no. Seriously, Mama, I have
that is
rules. Oh.
definitely
but
true. I
let me
agree with
well, let
him.
me tell you guys the truth. Give your wife your best so that she can give you her best. I can tell
It's
you,
a lie.
most women are wiser than men.
Yes,
I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the woman. I'm just telling
I
to the
think
men.
women
I'm
are
telling
wiser
you,
than men.
most women. Okay, if you men can agree that women can multitask, what do you think? Do you think it's easy to multitask? Because some of you come here and tell me that we are straight thinkers. A man, we don't like to, we can't think too. But one woman will think here, think here, think here. That's to tell you that
Quick,
women are
quick.
sometimes they are wiser.
Mama, quick question.
Yeah.
One drunk man is wiser than 5 to 10 women with PhD.
That's a
Now let
lie.
me
The pits
That
of
let
is
me
a
now
hell.
lie
let me
that
now
you guys
let me
are
now
telling
let me now
yourselves, and
okay, now
it's
let me
really
now
beautiful.
explain. Let me explain, and let me now robe all of you in, including the lady here. Are women emotional in nature?
Yeah, and so are men.
Yes, they are emotional.
Okay. Now, if women are emotional in nature, can
Hmm.
we agree that women make decisions based off of emotion?
No,
Not all the time. Most times they
In
make
most
rational decisions.
in most cases.
no,
And we can also agree that men are more logical than women. Am I
no. Men
correct?
are not more logical.
Put it down. So, Mama,
Unbreakable.
I know you
Unbreakable.
always want to come,
Let me
but
tell
we
you,
have
a
done
lot
this
of
time.
men
Mama,
are
hold on.
messed up today
Agreed?
because
If
they
you're
did not
Agreed.
get
actively
to
going to
know.
cheat on your wife
Agreed.
when you've taken the vows
Agreed.
in the church, I don't think that's a logic decision. I think
Agreed.
that's an
I'm coming.
emotional
I'm,
decision
Miss
I'm
Nena,
cheat.
coming to you.
react to
I'm
what
coming
we
to
have been
you.
saying since.
No, I
I beg, Mona, no
don't think that's
interrupted.
logical
Just
at all.
react. I
No.
don't tire fall off now. I'll soon run and leave people now. Miss
Mama, you
Nena,
don't let
react
me
to
ask
what we have been
my
saying since.
question. No.
Yeah,
But no,
Okay,
I'll
you.
fire down.
Okay, let her talk. You asked me. Okay, sorry,
Okay.
you asked me. Let her talk.
Yeah.
good afternoon,
God
Mama.
bless you.
Jay.
You look beautiful.
Thank you, Mama. So, as a man, before you go for a virtuous woman, make sure you also have what it takes to keep her. Don't let your foolishness push her away. And you yourself, would you even give her time to achieve her goals in life? Because being a virtuous woman, you're not a lazy person. So you're a hard worker. The time she needs to go do her things, she try to put her down. Remind her she's meant to be this, she's meant to be under me, she's meant to be a dependent. I personally am a virtuous woman. I don't care how brotherhood says it, and I am blowing my trumpet myself. I am one of those women. Before I got married, I have identity. And in marriage, I have identity. And after marriage, I still have identity. So I have goals in life and I will achieve them. So being a virtuous woman, I can choose to have an estate in my name. It's not a must, the estate will be my husband's name. So let women fly. If you truly love your wife and you see that sign that with this woman, I can go higher, why don't you let her be? And some of you men, the way you treat your wives, if you let them go out of your foolishness and wickedness, in your lifetime, you will never,
Never.
never meet an inch of the woman you threw away. If you think it's not lie, check the one dancing on social media. His life has never been
Well,
there for the past two,
we,
3 years.
we
That's
can
very
claim
true.
we can claim to be virtual. Everybody can. I'm a virtuous man. But my question is, the moment we will tell ourselves, will I allow my son or my daughter date us? Then let me see your answer.
Unbreakable, let your son or your daughter live their
I,
life. You have lived your
no,
life.
no, no,
You
no,
have
no. What?
made your
You're
choice.
not
The same way your
getting my
parents
point.
let you live your life and make your choice. That is the
Marlena.
same way you should step aside for your kids to live their life. You're only going to advise them as a parent, do what you can. The one you can't, you let it be because your time and their time is two different
Two
times.
different times.
You're not getting my question. Mama, hold on. You're not getting my question is, are we going, like, for example, if our children that we love, because we will do anything for our kids, how do you think if our
Depends.
children brings home people like us, you, her, myself, and Mama, do you
Let me
think we're
tell
going to
you. Let me
approve
answer
that
your question.
relationship?
Unbreakable. Yes. You see, my
Mama,
son.
hold on now.
If God
For
blesses
yourself,
my son with a woman like me, I am, in short, even when I die tomorrow, I'll be happy because I know he'll be well kept.
Yeah.
that
So,
is your own. That is what
yes.
Me
makes you
too.
virtuous. Okay. So, and you,
Yeah, me too. I definitely
who,
agree. If I do
you
have
agree
a
that
son one
your
day,
son
yes.
can marry a person like you,
Oh
and
yeah, my son definitely. He's probably
if
yeah.
if he
I have three
if he
brothers too,
brings
so yes.
if he brings a woman like you, you're gonna accept that union too.
Of course I will. I mean, she's a woman that knows
Okay,
herself.
good. Madam
She
Nena,
has her
how
own
about you?
confidence and she's a
Good.
full person. So yeah,
Eh?
I would agree.
Can
Madam
decide
Nena,
to answer or not to answer. You that is asking, will you
If
let your
my
daughter
son, if
marry a
my son
man
brings
that's like you?
Me?
my son
No.
brings a woman like me, it means I've done a perfect job in his life. I have been a good mother to him. So he's seen me as the first role model to pick a woman similar to his mother.
Yes.
So you unbreakable.
I'm
Can you
gonna
say
be
same for your
honest.
daughter?
Hmm? If my daughter brings a person like me to her to marry, I will say no.
Oh yeah, 'cause
That
Because
you know,
as me
Because you are
being
bad,
you
because you are
know,
bad
that is
for
because
yourself.
no,
you
no, hold on,
know
hold
what
on.
you're
That is
doing is
me.
wrong.
That is me being honest. You know why? Because I think I'm the only honest person here.
I know.
Because I remember vividly, apart from Mama, when Mama said something, you without trauma raise your hand up. None of us raised our hand up. We are all traumatized in one way or another. We are
I
all
think I
broken.
do have
And
trauma.
if you agree to say your son should marry somebody like you that possesses trauma, then you people are lying.
What do
Apart
Nobody
from
talked
Mama.
about
what
trauma
do you
here.
mean
They
trauma?
talked
What do you
about
mean
the
trauma?
characteristic
What
of
do you
the
mean
Mama,
trauma?
person. Nobody
Mama,
brought trauma
remember the
up
last
here.
topic.
Nobody
Remember the
brought
last
trauma up
topic
here.
that
You
you
are
made. Mama,
you
why
are
do you act like this?
deflecting. You're
You see, I
deflecting
have
right now.
thought I am not deflecting. If we are
It's
going
He
to
didn't
be
talk
really
about
honest,
trauma.
trauma.
if we are going
It
to be
the only
honest,
way you
right?
can say that is when you've made whatever happened to you make you a mess. That's when you
Mm-hmm.
forget of
Virtuous,
your own
You are
identity.
traumatized.
Be
virtuousness,
proud of who you
virt,
are. We all have been
virtuousness,
through
Mama.
stuff. Your
Good.
ability
Now,
to keep it behind you and let it not. Your friend came here the other day and I asked him a question. If I told you that I'm climbing this stage and I may have cleaned the tears, he said he don't wear it like he will not believe. You must not let the things you have been through define you.
Mama,
You have to define the things you have been through and
Learn
good.
know
from
where to
them.
keep them.
Now,
And no matter what it is,
Mama,
do not take it into messing up somebody else's life. They did not do it to you. If you
True.
second
carry trauma, you
question.
wear it. You're not ready for marriage. You're not ready for relationship. Seek help because you ruin
Two,
somebody else's life.
his life.
And if you say
Exactly. And that was
that
why I
you are
said
not at
no.
the point where you can accept your daughter to marry a man like you, we need to talk later because you need to still work on yourself. You are not ready.
Because he
Exactly.
has a
Mama,
bad
Mama, I
habit.
am
Yes,
this is where we
because
differ. This
you
is where
have
we
the trauma,
differ.
so you have
This
to
is
heal so
when
that
it
you can be an
comes
example to your
to
children.
positivity, excuse me, when it comes to positivity, 100% unbreakable is there. When it comes to raising kids, I'm there. When it comes to nurturing, I'm making sure my kids and my family has the best sacrificing. 100% I'm there. You understand? But the part of me that I have lost dealing with the ex-marriage still lingers. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest, right?
That's why you should
Now,
go and get
when
healed.
I
Yeah.
asked, and we've seen in multiple occasions what other people possess, but they have not. Mama, hold
Bentley,
on, no,
don't let me
they
curse
have
you
not
here.
spoken. Mama, listen, a virtuous woman coming from Madam Nena, don't be offended. Don't be offended. Because I'm
Feel
not coming
free.
for you, please. You
Feel
understand?
free.
From a virtuous woman standpoint, do you think one of her statements that she made in her previous video, which this our guest used, my money is my money and his money is our money, is that the mindset of a virtuous woman?
I'll
You
be proud
cannot you
of my
cannot
Mama,
daughter-in-law.
define
mama,
somebody.
I will be
you're
proud
beating
for my
her.
daughter-in-law to have her own money and keep it to herself.
Exactly.
Mama,
My
I
son choose
agree.
to be lazy.
mama,
Let my daughter-in-law not help my son.
mama,
If my son cannot work to take care of his family, my daughter-in-law choose to keep her money. Let her keep it. She
mama,
worked for it.
is
Exactly. I
that,
agree.
mama, I'm asking you directly now, is that a mindset of a virtuous
Yes,
woman?
I
Yes
do
Let me
think so. I
tell you,
mean,
or
virtue
no?
is mostly morals.
Mama,
uh
Yes.
yes or no?
unbreakable. You
Mm-hmm.
cannot define somebody by a statement made. Okay?
Okay, let's
And I
put that
told you
aside.
guys that there are so many criteria to qualify a virtuous
No,
woman.
this
There are
young lady
so
said,
many criteria. Okay?
agreed, but they have to
And
possess those criteria,
and
right?
and sometimes you people listen to that statement from your own point of view.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? You did not understand what she was trying to say because I know she came the next week and explained.
Okay,
I don't know if that video is somewhere. I might have them post it, but I can
okay.
still tell you that you cannot define somebody by one thing that they have said. And if somebody says I am a virtuous woman, they know what they are putting into their marriage. We don't have any right to doubt it.
Now,
And you know
Mama, you've not
that
given me an answer.
Madam Eden,
I
as
already
you've
asked
described, is a very disciplined person. She has told you
if
that if her
I'm
daughter,
not
her son
putting
does not
her,
want to work, her daughter-in-law should keep her money. That's tell you how disciplined she
Not
is.
even
It's not
married a
about
man.
her. She's a very straightforward, and you people know her. I have a question to
mommy.
ask you, Rosemary
Mama, I've
Avant.
not finished
Um,
Yeah.
now. Mama, let me
let
Please
finish.
go
Then
ahead.
you ask the question.
you ask me your question. Let me ask her so that we can all rotate. Are
Okay.
you a virtuous woman? And if you said yes, you're a virtuous woman, like you said earlier, what makes you one? What are the qualities you think you possess?
I don't know about the virtuous woman thing. I mean, I did check the definition of virtue, and it basically means morals. I know it's like a Christian and stuff. I mean, I do have morals, so I would say yes, and I have other things too, characteristics. Yes, I would say that. Yes,
Morals. Okay. How?
and
Like, please, a
standards.
little bit explain. Like, okay.
the context of this virtuous woman is towards the relationship. The mother was advising towards marriage and everything.
Yeah.
This is what you do. This is what you do. So, what qualities do you think you have that
I
makes you ready
mean,
and a virtuous woman for marriage?
as I said, I don't know. I mean, when it's morals, yes, but you can refresh my memory. What qualities should a virtuous woman have? Long suffering. I don't have that. What else?
Did you read others? We spoke about. I told you guys
I can't
kindness,
remember
respect.
everything. I'm saying I'm here a peaceful woman. No nagging because I was taking some notes here. I have like a paper from what the guys were saying before, and basically a humble woman, not proud, or broke men are humble. So I mean, if it's peaceful, yeah. I mean, I'm peaceful because my fiance is peaceful too. I mean, if you're saying there's chaos in the house, as a man, if you're the head of the home, many times the men are the ones that bring chaos to the house, and the woman cannot just function in chaos because if you're bringing it, the woman will help you and double it, and you guys can take it home. But then humility, when I guess you're talking about women that have money. I think it's just women back in the days, like they say, our mothers. Even my mom would not advise me. She's always had her own money too, and that my fiance makes more than even twice that I make, and he's an engineer. He's way, 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 way above me. So that's not even the point. You have to be with someone that has money financially, and being humble. I'm humble. My fiance is very humble. I don't think it's just one thing, and there are so many other
No,
points
you
that
keep
you've
saying
said.
you have to be someone that has money. Yes, we can't rule out money.
No, I didn't keep.
Mhm.
I just mentioned that
Or
because
you
I was
said
reading
this is a
about the book.
priority.
Yeah.
So, and you can only see now, you cannot see the future.
Oh yeah,
So, if this person
definitely
loses the
agree. But
money,
I also
what
don't have a
happens?
problem. When Miss
If
Nena
if
was
money is
talking
a
about,
priority for you and the person loses this money tomorrow,
oh yeah, I was going
what
to comment
happens?
on that too. Like, of course, like especially like Nigerian women, we do support money even when they're broke. I've dated people that are broke before. I think a man should have money, and then things happen in relationship. Maybe somebody will lose their job. It's just life. And if also this is also why it's wise to have a woman that is financially secure or a woman that can handle money. So if something happens to the man, God forbid, and she's able to still back the family in that way, regardless of the man not being there. But that doesn't mean the man should just stay down. I'm just thinking maybe it's just a temporary thing or he lost his job or something happened. Not like maybe he had an accident or God forbid something else that he's not capable of providing. Yeah, I do think that women should support. Like I contribute financially in my relationship too, and I actually like to do that. Even though my fiance does a lot of things that he pays for basically almost like everything that we do, I still contribute in my relationship because I want to. So I think having a woman that is financially resourceful is a very wise thing for a man to do.
All right. God
You
bless
see
you.
how they allow you talk
Unbreakable.
finish now. They
Are
allowed
you
you
a
I
talk.
noble
Oh,
allowed you
nobody
man?
to talk
interjected. Oh.
too.
Of course, I'm a noble man now. I have integrity and I
What
have
makes you
morals.
one? Because
Um,
to keep a virtuous woman, you have to be one by being noble.
I talk and do. What I say is what I do. I'm a very noble man. I'm contented with what I have.
Are you married?
Material things don't
Are you
move.
marriageable?
Am I marriageable?
Yes.
Yes, I'm very marriageable now.
So what are the
Talking
qualities
about
you have that a woman can say, okay, I feel marry him?
when, for example, I bring positivity and light, you're definitely gonna grow, and you can attest to that. That is number one, growth.
What's
Understand
positivity
now?
And
and light?
So I can attest.
emotional, you can attest to, even though you're my mama, when you unbreakable go, there is no looking
Yeah,
back. We are going.
you're
You
right.
understand? We must accomplish the goal. That is it. That is who I am. I devote a day for a successful mission. I must make sure one thing is achieved in a day. That's me. Mama,
Sorry.
sorry, before I continue, I wanted to ask this lady again, not Madam Unena, I don't know her name,
My name is
this
Rosalind,
sister
by the
that,
way.
One of them.
Rosalind.
okay, Madam
Yeah, you
Roslyn.
can
I'm
just call me
confused
Rosalind. I'm not
because,
mad.
okay, Roslyn, I'm
Yes.
confused, and I'm sorry, I'm not coming for you.
Oh no,
I'm
it's
trying to
fine.
learn.
I
In
can
your
defend myself.
previous video, you said something.
Hmm.
You said something about the cooking area, because I have a problem with that aspect.
Oh yeah,
And
sure.
you said your husband was cooking, and you were laying down,
Hmm.
and you were moving, and the father-in-law came
Yeah,
to help
yeah,
move while you
yeah.
just sat there and you did nothing.
Yes.
Does that, God, truth be told, is that a virtuous kind of behavior?
Yes, I think it is. I think it's important for your man to allow you to
Uh,
rest. I'm not doing the
uh,
heavy lifting.
so
I mean, I did move some things later on, like we did, but I'm. If I wanted to sleep, he's a man that believes I should be resting, and he's a man
when
that actually handles what he needs to handle. So yes, I think that
were
is a
you
very
sick?
virtuous thing to do.
Were you sick?
Huh?
Were you sick?
No, I just do that just
Okay,
every
you
other
weren't
day. Yes.
sick. Were you pregnant?
No, I'm not pregnant. No, we're not trying to have kids anytime soon. So no.
Are you emotionally connected to this man?
Of course. I love him with
And
everything I
what
have.
does emotional connection lead to in
What does that
every
mean?
relationship? When you're in a relationship,
Yeah.
100%, what does that entail? What are you supposed to give?
Everything. I
And
mean, who you are. That's what he
also,
did.
and also sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
Are you aware that even when the man is struggling, he's not going to tell the wife that he's struggling?
Oh, I mean, that's what I'm saying. My fiance, we actually have a very open relationship when it comes to dialogue and communication.
Uh,
So
okay,
we do.
agreed.
And then also, I'm very sensitive to areas. If he's struggling, I pay attention, vice versa. He pays attention. I don't have to tell him twice many of the time. I don't even tell him sometimes. He just knows.
Okay.
So,
Unbreakable,
yeah.
why are
But
you
I
asking
feel
I
her
don't think,
personal
yeah, I'm
question?
just trying to say, I think it's because
I had
I
to
think because
because
African men, I
today,
saw a lot of
go ahead,
comments too.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Because today she is sounding more of a soft person. Oh, I'm
I don't think
virtuous,
so. I don't think I'm sounding more of a
but
soft
that was
person.
not giving that to me. That was not giving a virtuous kind of
Before
vibe.
for a
Because
woman to
when
be
it comes,
resting and her man to be moving.
I allowed you to talk. When I asked you a question, then
Oh
you
no, I
can
was
rebuttal
talking
me.
to you. We're talking back and forth. I thought we were
Okay,
talking back and
so no,
forth.
I'm not talking back and forth with you. So just chill. Okay, we're gonna vibe.
I
We're
thought
gonna
we were
vibe.
done.
You're gonna
Okay.
understand how we roll.
Unbreakable.
So, Mama, I'm gonna round up my
Yeah,
statement.
because
Now, I had a problem with the previous video, which you were aware of that, right? And I told you, Mama, I think you are supposed to sacrifice in that relationship. And that situation required her to sacrifice rather than just sit down and do nothing and come on social media and brag about that
I
man
wasn't bragging.
rather than doing something to help. If it's to cook the meal while he moves
Especially in
and
a
nourish him back to
house.
health, that is something I think you should do as a spouse. That is what I
And I
expect. And
could.
you
I did
see,
mention I
oh,
could.
Bad
hold on.
behavior.
Now,
Thank
You
this
you for the
is,
guys keep
internet. This
deflecting.
unbreakable, please. As I'm here, I don't have strength.
I am
I've
not
just seen that
deflecting. I'm
bad
only
behavior
saying,
plenty.
so
Yeah.
In
when we say, and I'm going to move again, when they say the characteristic of a simp is a man that tolerates anything that has feminine traits. I
Interesting.
unbreakable, you will not sit there and be on social media and tell people that I'm cooking and moving and you're not doing anything. You are not sick.
Okay.
You are not pregnant.
Okay.
You will come down and carry a box.
Interesting.
You will move something.
Okay. I did say I did move things.
Okay.
I don't know
So
why this is
you didn't really
uprising.
say nothing. You said you're just sleeping and you're not doing
Yeah, I
nothing.
didn't. I wasn't going into describing
And
my
that
whole
if they
day.
do
We
it
were meant. They
if
were
they
asking a
do it
question about something, and I made an
okay.
example. I didn't have
So
to.
I've actually I've heard that what is
Okay.
bothering me. So thank you
So
very much.
I would
I just
say
think
if I guess you have a problem with the woman resting, so I guess you can't let your woman rest. And then her coming on the internet having conversations like this, and mentioning
if
that her man actually is able to provide and actually provide in the house by letting her rest
that is
is a
not
problem.
resting,
No, that
you
is
were
resting
awake.
because
You
you
had the
just said
strength
that
to jump on social
even though I
media
did say
and
you
uh,
said
argue with
you
people
said I should let you
having
talk. I think you should also let me respond because I did
okay.
mention many times and a lot of the people in the comments because I went back to look at the comments and I actually liked a lot of the comments that were like, oh, she's this, she's that. I'm just like, I agree because if you don't want a woman like this, you should not be getting a woman like me.
Th-
There's a lot of women that are submissive,
Thank
and
you.
I just agree. But you
Thank
can't come here and
you.
try to humble me because as a man, you're
No,
not able
I'm
to
not
rise
humbling
up.
you.
I'm still, let me finish, please. As a man, you're not able to perform. Like my man is able to perform in that way to allow me rest and do the things that he's supposed to do in the house or take care of me. I mentioned I cook for him all the time and I do things around the house too. But I was just making an example of what we were discussing in that time. And it was an uprising. Yes, I do not cook in the morning, really. I still do not. I don't even like it. He knows. But